Video game loud. Video game hurt. Alright. We're a few minutes early, so we're gonna wait a second for everybody to join in. But I can tell you, today we are playing the Two Colonels DLC for Metro Exodus. How you guys doing? Good, I hope. What's up? Hey Nathan, how you doing? Yep, we're gonna go back into a more familiar territory with the Two Colonels DLC. I feel like the Two Colonels was a really nice nod to the original two Metro games. So I'm looking forward to it, honestly. Delicious. Okay. Good. Good. The level is loaded. Waiting for the music to like tone itself the fuck down for a second. Although it is pretty good. Though we can find all the journals in the Two Colonels DLC. I did start a new game file so that it treats it, and it also, I guess it resets the journal collection for the DLC. So if you start a new game, you go here and you select new game, it will actually do the same. So I'm guessing that the volume is coming through okay. So that's good. Okay. I think we're at that time. A Saturday, but a gloomy Saturday.
Anna, my daughter. The year we
Here we
spent on
go.
the road gave me time to think about things. Respect,
Hello, Xenon.
responsibilities,
Or Xenon. How we're
duties.
pronouncing that. I'm known to pronounce things wrong in English, let alone.
My family.
Hello from
You
Ohio,
are-
North America.
I'm sorry, I only got it now.
Thank you for your greetings.
I'll
Welcome
go
to the
through this
stream.
snow-covered graveyard with a sieve, if that's what it takes to find the cure.
This is not the enhanced
As for
edition,
our
just to let everybody know. I am
refuse
holding
his
out
deal.
for a
He
3080 or
wants to
3080
atone.
Ti, and I may be getting one
I'll
fairly
just have
soon.
to see that
So,
atonement doesn't
unfortunately, we
cost
won't be
him
able to
his
show
life.
off this game's enhanced
The
edition.
important part is
But
that I'm back in Metro.
the story
and
is
no
really where
mutant
it's
can
at.
Stop me here. Radiation on the surface is different.
Wow.
Frankly, I thought I was buying a one-way ticket for myself.
Yes,
going
Nathan,
in.
what's
You
up?
said you were close, but why do you need the Institute?
You are persistent. We're on a mission, but that's all I can.
I
for
love
now.
this level.
Thanks to the green.
I honestly can't wait to
given
stream
us
the
back
first two
in
games. That'll be fun.
We both have a chance to achieve the goal and survive. So, Private, our team left. I'd better get ready to set out too.
What about me, Colonel, sir?
You'll stay here. I'm putting you in charge of communications. I need someone to coordinate the operation.
I'm actually really glad that they gave a little bit more backstory with the
Yes, sir.
DLC for Kirill and his father,
Good. By the way,
him and
Private,
Slava.
how did you live here?
But not just that, but taking the story, telling the story of the station itself, the Novosibirsk
alright.
Metro.
But my dad was always out on a mission. or
Very
on patrol.
familiar territory, really.
Barely saw him.
What's my favorite
No,
game by
that is
far?
nice to come home
Is
early.
that just in the
Especially
Metro
in the
series or
holidays.
games
We even
in
spent the last
general?
New Year's together.
Because one of those is going to be easier to answer than the other, I think. You asked me what my favorite Metro title is, or favorite Metro games. It's a really tough one. Like, obviously, I appreciate the vast jump
Colonel, sir.
in gaming engine and just the way it plays out with Exodus.
Slime around the bumps once you reach them.
Oh, both? Oh, okay, double dipper. Gotcha. So, definitely Exodus. However,
Don't jinx it. As for
I love this
flamethrower,
part.
Where is it?
Khlebnikov is so likable. But yeah, as far
Here
as
you go,
favorite,
Colonel, sir.
first I'll
Mind
answer
you, it's
Metroid.
quite heavy.
Exodus
I
is my
know.
favorite of the three because I feel
Pressurized.
that
Should be,
it
but I'd still check.
it actually
The handle's on the
captures
side.
what
Give it a pump or two if needed.
4A Games is capable of
If you want
with the
something
4A
done,
engine.
you have to do it yourself.
And I can't wait to see the enhancements to the 4A engine when we eventually
Right, then
hopefully
off.
get a sequel
You
to the
slide
Metro
some hell,
series.
too.
We'll do just that,
Favorite
sir.
games
We
in general?
certainly will.
That's really hard to answer because you have real-time strategy games. You have, you know, first-person shooters, survival horrors, both third and first-person, which deserve their own category because it's almost completely different. But if I absolutely had to pick a favorite game of all time, it shifts and depends on the year. Right now, it's Metro Exodus. And I'm not even just saying that for the sake of the stream. Really, legitimately, this is my favorite game right now. Oh, it feels so good. So we are playing as Colonel Khlebnikov. I may actually darken the screen for the sake of the stream. So, wanted to see how you guys felt about that. We did that with Alien Isolation. I think the reason I like doing it is because it actually shows up fairly well. Let me do something here real quick with my camera, and then we'll just get started with the stream all in all. Yeah, it's still showing up pretty good, so we're just gonna do the dark screen. A lot easier on my eyes too, to be honest with you. Big sad, Andres. Yeah, I know. Sorry you missed 5 minutes, but I did wait. So we just had the opening sequence of the two colonels as Khlebnikov, and we are now in the tunnel. So welcome to the stream, Andres. Always a pleasure to see your name here. I was just answering a question for Nathan Nichols, who asked Euclid, what is your favorite game, like, by far? And I said, do you mean Metro, or do you mean in regards to all games in general? His response legitimately was both. So as far as the Metro series is concerned, we are going to, I think we can light this. You can save some money. Not money, but you can save some fuel. I do that. You can use your pilot light. Forrest, forget typical gamer. This is even better. Typical gamer? Lord. I'm a little lost, to be honest with you. This part's pretty cool. You get to witness the worm for the first time. But yes, to answer that question, overall, right now it's Metro Exodus, but it shifts.
Order to all groups. I just saw
Oh, and you know what? I'll put subtitles on for you guys. I was getting some screenshots for
a fully
the
grown worm, so
thumbnail.
watch out.
Alder, red one here. Roger.
There we go.
Red 2, roger.
Okay.
Red 3, roger that.
Hidden chest there in that first room. Don't forget about it.
Good.
So, yeah, right now it's Metro Exodus because I'm really big into survival, first-person shooter survival horror, and then just survival horror like Alien Isolation, which is kind of first-person shooter, but not so much. So, more aliens. Yes, exactly. More aliens is always good. Sinan says hi, Euclid. Hi, welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate it. We just got started with the Two Colonels DLC. We're just answering questions on my favorite Metro game and Metro game of all time. But first, a quick tip for those of you that may not know. A quick burst will help you save flame, as I am playing on Ranger Hardcore. And sometimes, the slime you burn in this level will catch other slime on fire. If you watch, it spreads, see? It's so gross and squelchy. Always turn the pilot light off when I reload. I feel like it's going to explode if I don't. Yes, the Euclid army. Feels good, man. Feels good to have like a bit of a, you know, a bit of a continuous thing going on here with the channel. I don't think it'll spread to the one over there. Nope. I always make it a goal to burn every single piece of slime in this game. But that's basically what you're doing for, I would argue, a little more than half of the DLC is you are actually going around and just cleaning up. You're doing your job. This is your like everyday life and job. You need to come up with some cringy name for us. Some cringy name? Well, I know that the Patreon tiers have some inspiration like that behind them. Like, there are different tiers, and one of them is Euclidean. And we have a Euclidean patron. And it was like the Euclidean army or something. But instead of army, it'd be like the Legion of Euclid or something. We need to make it really stupid, though, I agree. It can't be cool. Like, we can't be sitting there. I can't pretend to be something I'm not. I'm not cool. I'm just a nerd playing video games. So we need to be as legitimate as possible. True to our own nature, dare I say it. So when you're playing the Two Colonels DLC, I've been replaying it often just for the sake of the stream and just because it's been kind of a pleasure There's already an army, the Angry Joe army. Exactly. Yeah, Joe Vargas has his army, so we can't. And we're so very small that it would be an insult to one so established to steal a name. We can't do that. No, can't be an army. Can't be a notive squad because that's used by so many. Can't be a lot of things, can it? I like the thought of us being kind of underdogs, right? So we can be like partisans, the Euclidean partisans. I think that's cringy enough. I mean, I think it's definitely cringy. So, you give me your thoughts. And welcome to the stream, Darth Redbeard. I did not see that it was you that posted that. Glad that you came here. Alright guys, our first journal for the Two Colonels DLC. Foreman's Diary 1. I gotta admit that Andre... There you go! It's not nearly at all the same spelling. It may not even be pronounced the same depending on who you ask. But Andre does have good head on his shoulders. These tunnels are always easy to get lost in. But when they get covered in slime, even a map can't help. It's enough for it to cover some passages to change the shape of the place completely. The road signs truly are a godsend here, but they're highly visible, and the slime can't eat them away. We only had to ask our guys to grab some signs when they returned from the work to the old railroad, and they brought a whole bunch in no time. Now we can't even get lost here even if we wanted, and the Oscom guys will have an easier time finding their directions too. Once they finally decide to visit this place with their flamethrowers. Why didn't I think of this earlier? I really should arrange a bonus for him. He's earned it fair and square. Wow. It must be talking about you or somebody else in general. Because there are people that work here actively, but the slime has gotten so bad that they've had to basically retreat and leave their living quarters. I mean, there are people that are stationed here, but the slime gets so bad at one point and is constantly resurgent in, you know, this part of the Metro universe, within the Novosibirsk Metro and its deeper tunnels, that they can't stay forever. They have to retreat. It gets cleaned up with flamethrowers, and then it grows back, and they retreat again. That's just a constant, yep. Euclid's pawns? Yeah, but that makes me sound like a tyrant, and I feel like I would be the kind of guy to share all the bounty with my crew. So, I need to think of something. Yeah, we'll brainstorm on it together throughout the stream. Livestream seems to want to act up for me. See, that's really spooky because it tells me that that it has an excellent connection and the frames are dropped. Maybe try a refresh. I had to refresh it a couple times when I'm watching people stream sometimes, both on Twitch and YouTube, believe it or not. Slime, what's wrong with the slime? It's just a constantly growing biological, you know, detriment. There's no really other good way to put it, is that it is gross. It's unsanitary. Of course, the journals reveal a little bit about that. Yep, we got the worm. And these nasty worms do spawn out of the slime too. So that's the real problem with the slime. Oh, I'll read your comment in a second, Andres. Deal with this worm. Can you imagine how scary it'd be, that thing flailing around? It could hit you with that stupid rebar you hit it with. Jesus Christ. Grab our flamethrower. Did it actually injure us to where I have to use a med kit? I've never been a big fan of that, but I get it. A little bit of flame should burn a good pocket. There we go. All right. Talking about survival horrors, you should also revisit Resident Evil 7 if you haven't played it yet. Yes, so I only played a little bit. I haven't even gotten close to the castle. I'm still in the village. I want to finish that in live streams as well. So I'm glad you brought that up because that is something that I am indeed interested in. We'll see if that flame does spread. Kind of burn everything else. Nope. That's disgusting. You hear it squelching all around you. Kind of burns up. There's one of those snakes, like the ones from the Caspian and such. These are like these nasty, mangled, like beige skin-colored sewer variants. They're disgusting. Colonel bumped to the worm. Exactly. I mean, I would do my best to do the same. This fire spreads through all of it. It takes care of itself, kind of, really. There's fuel everywhere, so it's worth being patient. Worth searching every corner, I would argue. And these generators, of course, you're just essentially turning power back on in these areas. So what I think happens is the slime always grows back with the metro stations of Novosibirsk. And they periodically, it's either annually or maybe monthly, because this slime grows back strong, and all they really have, because they're limited on the resources, is the ability to produce and resupply flamethrowers, right? They're definitely not short when it comes to their resources of arsenals and weaponry. What they're short on is the well-noted green stuff. Yeah, so that's there's really not much they can do about the shortages with that, though. All right, let's get rid of this nasty water so we can walk through. Euclid Empire. What about the Euclid Empire? I don't think I'm knighty enough to be an emperor, though. You know what I mean? I'm not even trying to put myself down. I just feel like with such a unique group of people that love so many different games, and another thing about my following, about my little community, is that it's very diverse. There's people from all across the world, which makes it fucking cool. It'd be boring if it was just from one area. You got people of all walks of life that can all relate in different things, which is really good for games like Halo and Metro and a lot of the other games that I play. So, a lot of different perspectives. It's good for the mind to talk to people from different areas too. There's only one emperor, and that is me. That's true. Yeah, I don't want to. You can't take Joe Vargas's army title, and I don't want to swipe for my buddy here. So, lest we have to relive the Rome 1 encounter. All right, there's a lot of slime in this area, but again, I think you can start. I always forget about that one right there, and I don't know why. What I like about this level is you're essentially like a post-apocalyptic world janitor, where you're just walking around cleaning the halls and the crevices of this very dark, you know, area underneath the Novosibirsk metro. I do short burst because, especially on the harder difficulties, because I guess I'm a little try-hard, ammo runs out way easier. Kind of get rid of all that I can. But yeah, ammo runs out way easier on these higher difficulties. So, which one? The Macedon defense or the red menace Parthia attacks? Well, I don't think you won both of those, sir. So obviously the one that I lost. The Parthia attack was brutal, dude. My arrows were soaking right into those cataphract armor pieces. Yeah, me and Darth Redbeard are big fans of Total War games. We love strategy games. We're both big history buffs. Man, I think that's all we really cared about throughout high school and such. There we go. There's always a piece of slime. I don't think you get an achievement for getting every single piece of slime. It's definitely more of a personal thing. Don't forget there are burnout lockers in this level. You don't have a flashlight either. Colonel Khlebnikov is the only protagonist within the Metro games that does not get a flashlight, if I'm not mistaken. He has to use the pilot light of his flamethrower here as his illumination. So yeah. Yeah, I love it. I love the corridors. I love the dark atmosphere. These are just games that I don't know why, I just appreciate. It led to me following a lot of like horror artists and stuff on Twitter and the like. See? But we can't spray that because obviously it's not going to work very well. Yeah, you're just cleaning up this area so the people that work down here, the foremen and such, can do their job. We'll see if I can smack these guys. Yes, we can. Wasn't worth it though. It should spread. Nope. There we go. There we go. Turn the valve, because you have to get this water. These water supplies, they have to keep the water going, but unfortunately the water definitely doesn't help with the growth problems you have here. Yep, those little tentacle boys. Ah, hidden fuel. And wiping away the mask. And you'll notice the lights weren't on in here before, but that valve. More and more machinery is able to operate as you free this place. So you're kind of... There's a tentacle there. And if I'm not mistaken, you can actually kill it. But it's hard to get. It like appears in that little alcove there. Wonder if there's an achievement for clearing all the slime around. There should be if there isn't. I agree because it's optional, but the fact that you would give the extra effort, I don't think I've ever got one. Darth Redbeard says, you might like Ancestors Legacy. Tough game to play. I think I have it in my game library, Redbeard. Legitimately, I do. Oh, God. You can hear one of those poppy boys. They're disgusting. Gross. All right. There's always hidden goodies, though, in every little alcove. Like I said, I feel like I can't preface this enough. It's always worth it to search the extra corridors. The devs made sure to reward you for both your curiosity and your moral decision making within these games. Yep, a lot of these you can burn with your pilot light. You can save ammunition. I just think it's worth it because that resource is... Yep, it's burning. Okay, good. Gross. Hidden resources, baby. Hands of like flammable fuel and such. So yeah, has anybody here not played the Two Colonels DLC? And if so, why are you watching it before playing it? That's mostly a joke though. For the longest time, I couldn't play a lot of games because I didn't have the means. Oh, he almost got us. Sometimes I'll move out of the way because I feel like the game does sometimes favor their timing and such. Yeah. Yep. Here we go. That's one way to solve an infectious problem on the walls. Taking care of business. Yeah, I'm gonna play through this kind of methodically so that anybody who may be coming late or coming home from work may be able to catch a glimpse of the stream. We definitely won't burn through this fast. But yeah, as you can see, it's really worth it. There's always this little, it looks like an elephant's foot from the Chernobyl reactor, but on the ceiling. Definitely worth dealing with early on though. I also like that throughout this, don't have Metro, just wanted to see it for myself before buying anything. Hey, no, that, you know, and that's another thing I should have prefaced too, is that's why I watch a lot of people, because in truth, many of us don't have the money to buy every game we want to try. Sometimes it's a risk to buy something that you don't know if it's actually worth the purchase, and you're not always guaranteed a refund depending on where you buy it from. Got him. Even with this Euclid, could you think about playing Dying Light? Yes. If that is what you so desire. You know, I think Dying Light is something that would be good because it's survival horror, but it's also it's fun. I really want to play 2 as well, so. Resource management, survival, parkour, all of those things are incredibly entertaining to me. Aha, burn. Okay. I have the decisions you make affect the gameplay as well. Yeah. Yeah, it's certainly underappreciated. I like to tier it with like Titanfall as a game that doesn't get quite the attention it deserves. Reason I like free play games. If I don't like it, I can just get rid of it. Yep. Yep. Same here. And there are a lot of free to play games out there that are good. Now their communities can be toxic, but all you have to do is not associate with them. He's not dying in the fire. There we go. There we go. A lot of rotten, like, mutant wall flesh. Good God. There's also a lot of hidden resources. Like, you have to pay attention to the floor, and the corners, and the alcoves. Sure, there's a... Woo! Pretty sure he spit at us.
Older, this is Red 3. I got a burst pipe here. Can't burn through a barricade. We're gonna need some explosives.
Red 3, you don't need explosives. Just find the valve that stops the water flow.
Roger that.
Nice. Yep. Oh, I am. Definitely am.
I found the valve and it's proceeding as planned.
Watch that ammo. Yeah, I definitely will. Yeah, I'm taking my time, like, trying not to burn too much. I want to clear all the slime for the sake of the stream. Look at this asshole. I mean, it is gross. I would very much take a delight in clearing the stuff out from tunnels if I, you know, my predicament was that I lived here. Ooh, another locker. If I'm not mistaken, we can actually catch this shit on fire. Yep, with our pilot light. A lot of these ones that are blocking doorways in the two kernels, you can catch on fire with your pilot light, which I love. Alright. There's a flamethrower here, and it has better parts. They're easy to miss too, because it's like, blends in with the level, dare I argue. Dogtech Duke says 3 years later and this game still looks phenomenal. Dude, I know. It looks beautiful. And this isn't even the enhanced edition, so yes, that's even more accurate by what you said. Yep. There are worms in this part. Alright. Burn this area away. Here we go. Let it burn for a little bit. Reload my tank. Put the pressure in the top green. Dragon X says, heya, heya. Hey, Dragon, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to the Two Kernels DLC of Metro Exodus. Whether you've been here before or not, welcome. As far as the DLC, I mean. Oh, yeah. Burn their tunnels away. Redbeard says, trust me, I've seen the Star Wars The Old Republic community. Never go to Empire Capital Planet. Always at least once racist asshole causing trouble. Yeah, I don't see why people still do that shit. You don't look like me, so fuck you. Like, okay, that makes sense. I'm glad that we followed the inhibitions of people from like 340 years ago. Asshole got me, dude. Damn. Okay. Better reload and take this a little more seriously, huh? Thank you. First time watching a live stream. A live stream in general? Well, I'm fucking honored. Wish I could have had a more I wish I could have had more prestige for your visit. Mr. A Cleanup Detail, Post-Apocalyptic Edition. Exactly. Okay, yeah, exactly. I think I like it because this game is originally intended as a shooter, and then they just kind of give you this as a bonus. There's this assholes. Gross. So gross. The level won't let you attack certain things yet. There we go. Burn it away. We are cleaning the infection out of this place, guys. I appreciate the DLCs, not gonna lie. You on the Metro Discord? I am, actually, yes. I am on there. I don't have... I'm usually offline when I stream and such, just because I don't want people randomly, you know, Discord calling me unintentionally, which has happened before, and it would interrupt the video recording or whatever. More flame. Here we go. There he goes. Gross. There's so much of this garbage around. Ah, yes. Keep our flamer on. But yes, I'm on the Metro Discord. Same name. I'm one of the Kshatriya. They gave us a Kshatriya Ranger role. Because we're not really mods or anything. I was a mod at one point, but I kind of made the case that there's no point in me being a mod because I'm not always available. Monitor the Discord. I feel like if you have a job title, you should do that job. I wasn't able to do the job, so I asked them to bring back the Kshatriya role, and they did. Like the Kshatriya Rangers from the Kshatriya DLC of Metro Last Light, which was a good time. What's better, DLC now or DLC in the past, where you had to buy a whole new game? That's really debatable, right? It's very situational. I like DLC now in the sense of it is kind of split up, but DLC then I feel like you got more bang for your buck, but there's also more stuff coming out for games these days compared to the past. All right. He tried. He tried, boys and girls. All right. Burn this shit away. Aha, our first workbench. And a better tank. I think there's also a voice recording here somewhere. Though I could be wrong about that. Yeah, there's one soon, though. Let's go ahead and turn this generator on to get shit up and running. Alright. Because Road to Rome and Secret Weapons of World War II felt like DLCs, but new games at the same time. Well, yeah, exactly. However, yeah. And Kshatriya felt like its own mini-game, but DLCs are definitely not as big in some scope and scale as games in the past, but not generalize. I can't generalize all of them, because it is definitely a case-by-case situation. We have that much fuel, and we still have plenty of med kits. Okay. Airtight pneumatic system and standard tank. And we actually have, I think we have enough resources we can clean this shit off. It's kind of gross. Plenty of fuel, too. And then for the rest of the excess fuel, chemicals, we'll go ahead and make some more resources. Got the big tank now, and it's Clean Boy. Good job, Clean Boy. All right. Okay. Dragon X says, what you think about the server, about the moderators and everything else? I haven't heard much, thinking about joining, but I'm fairly new. I think you should join. The moderators, the main moderators and such, like Nick and others, they do a really good job at keeping things in order. They don't tolerate bigotry or anything, and they do keep their moderators in line. Should anybody be out of line or make a mistake, if they train them, I mean, and they're forgiving. Truthfully, they are forgiving. So you have to really fuck up a lot on purpose to do badly in the server. They weren't always this active, but they are more active than they used to be. Like, after launch of Metro, they weren't active. Then they started becoming more active. So I think you should join. There's always good discussion in there. So just like any server, you may occasionally run into an idiot or a rando. Someone will diss the server and say, oh, it's dead. But me, as someone that lives, you know, in the West, I'm used to things that I like not having a lot of attention from people that live near me, because they don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Most of my games that I like are from Eastern Europe, it seems like. Darth Redbird says, I think Euclid spends too much time in Call of Duty World at War Pacific Theater. He loves flamethrower. This is the only weapon in this DLC, goober. Alright. Second journal, Foreman's Diary 2. That rot keeps spreading. For those of you wondering about the slime in this DLC, here's a little bit more information as to what's up with it. That rot keeps spreading, and the more slime accumulates, the faster it spreads. Our valiant defenders, though, instead of scheduling regular cleanups and sticking to that schedule, instead prefer to wait to the last possible moment when the worms appear, and then run around with their butts on fire playing heroes. The interesting part is that each time they send less men. The second team's chief said it was not a coincidence, that there's some secret project going on the old railroad, that they're throwing all they can at it and neglecting us. We're far behind that thing on priority list. Everything under the wraps. Come on. If you're going to invent shit, at least put some effort into it. Nobody wants to do anything, and that's the problem. They all want to find a warm and quiet place, sit on their asses, and do important things like counting beans and stuff. What? No wonder that when they're giving out green stuff, they're always a crowd. But when it's time to burn some slime, you hardly see anyone ready to take the task. This is another one of the foremen down below that has this awful job below to keep water and stuff pumping. It is important, but they kind of skeleton crew it, which sucks. Play the game Stalker Anomaly. I will. I do plan to stream that game. Also, welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Wow, the server is huge. Managing moderators, .oj. Yeah, well, I imagine they run the moderators. It looks like organized. It is organized. Yeah, no. Feel free to say hi in general. Don't at everyone, but say hi. Somebody will greet you. They're really nice. There's a recording in here, guys.
You green ones should look where you step when walking on the catwalk. The slime might eat most of the plane from below, but from the outside it's still...
Sit here for a second, listen to it.
You're off. It also eats the supports.
But yeah, no. The Metro server's great. They're better than they had been, in my opinion. Again, there's no new DLC or new news yet. They did launch the Enhanced Edition not super long ago, but it'll explode again whenever the next Metro game is released. I feel like that would happen. I'm sure there's going to be another one. That's my opinion, though. Can't state that as a fact.
When you grab the bugger and pull real hard. Quit scaring the greenhorns again, you hear? Don't listen to his shit. The worms may bite you, but they won't home in or get in or whatever. Not in your lifetime. These worms are not that kind of worms. But as for the catwalks, you really should be careful around those. The Oscom is miserly with green stuff nowadays.
Yeah, it's great to have a job where you could get radiation, but there's not a lot of shit to help you deal with getting it. Ah, I see your role. That's pretty cool that they show their support of YouTubers and stuff. Yeah, they've been very good to me. And so is the server and their moderators and such. 4A Games is focusing on something else. Well, obviously. And that's fine, right? Totally understandable. That goes without saying. We'll just play the shit out of the games they've made now. That's how we support them specifically, as far as games are concerned. All right, let's move on to the next area. I want to methodically play through this because it's not super long, but it is. I think it's worth the effort of. Yeah, we're pretty good to go. Our flamethrower is clean. We collected all the resources from this area. We burned everything. I also like that there's torches. That's nice. Yeah. Well, of course. Hey man, it's hard to tell through text what people mean. You know what I mean? All I can do is be respectful as possible to all different viewpoints. I've read that they're making a new server. Game, rather. Yeah. More than likely. There's a lot of stuff that 4A Games, I'm sure, wants to do that we still don't have full, inclusive evidence on or news on, so. I always forget about the worm that just shot me in the face a second ago. I always forget about it. Icky! I love the 3 daisy chain tanks right there. I like how my stuff is already covered in a bunch of gunk and BS. Asshole. Happens every time. He got me the last time I played this through. Not this time. Not this time. Ooh, maybe it'll catch the one below it. Nope. Sure won't. Okay. We'll wait till we cross through this hole. We have to crawl through here by holding E. Or it should make the next Fallout game. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work that way though. Dragon X said, "What's up with the new Stalker game anyways? Delayed or..." Well, a lot of things that I don't want to talk about because politics. There's the obvious things and news. Oh, guys, I never noticed this body down here. Hidden resources. We gotta go back. We must go back. But also because they had announced a metaverse style thing for players. People could pay to be in the game, supposedly. I mean, I don't know the full intentions of what all they were announcing, but they ended up canceling that, and then they delayed the game afterwards. I never noticed this Oscum fighter down here. That's pretty gross. He's covered in the slime. The slime will kill you. And the worms that the slime promotes, you know, their reproductive habits will also kill you. That's why the slime's dangerous. It's raining bugs in game. Yeah, I know. Ridiculous. I've been keeping up with the Star games as much as possible, but it's going to be a while before it's released. I really wanted their Ultimate Retail Edition. I want that anomaly lamp and such. But I'm also a big collector of games like that. That's how I try to show my support. Ooh, current events play a role. Gotcha. Yeah. Sorry, I want to just say it, but I also want to be respectful to everybody, so... I somehow managed to avoid getting hit that time. That one's hard to avoid on this difficulty. I literally just hopped out of fear, which is kind of hilarious. Grouse. What the fuck? Oh, we got a recommendation, guys. I advise you to play Echo Knight, though the game is for one Sonya. I will look into that after the stream, because you've got me. I'm intrigued. I don't know. I don't really mean to reload that often. It takes forever to reload the flamethrower. Asshole. Oh, he looked at me. He's like, "Look at what you've done." Gross. Oh yeah, definitely best to avoid topics like that. Gaming is all about gaming rather than politics. Well, it should be an escape for anybody that comes here. I want you to just be chill. That's what this is for. Don't distract him with other games. You want him to play Chernobylite. Yeah, I will though. Don't worry. I'm actually kind of upset with myself for neglecting that game because it adds a bit more flavor, and I don't want to insult the devs of Chernobylite, right? I have to get like right up on its face, I guess. Oh, that worm's an asshole. He knew what he was doing. No, yeah, I will play Chernobylite. You have my word, guys. Plus, the Farm 51 really deserves to have their shit promoted. I wish that I was bigger so that I could do more, but they don't care. They've been kind to me in the past as well, so. Gross! He tried, didn't he? Oh yeah, this is a cinematic worm. Oh, that asshole. I forgot about the one up there.
Yes, pretty much. What's up with you?
Woo!
My flamer won't hold the pressure, and I can't find a leak for the life of me.
Another Oscum fighter clearing
You
it
have
out.
any spare fuel? I didn't expect that shit to grow so thick here.
Of course I do, sir. Help yourself. Here.
Nice.
Praise the Lord.
Thank you.
I heard.
I would
helping
love
the
to
commanding
do
officers
a Total
is
War
good
live
for your
stream.
career. Also, that shit did grow like crazy. I think I got it.
Ugh. All these.
I really did.
Huh. Yeah, that dude does give you
All right.
ammunition.
I'll go catch up with the guys. Good hunting, sir.
Yeah, if your flamethrower gets dirty, it's actually harder to pump it. Pretty sure. Yep, you can't burn the tunnel's innards. There we go. Burning away crispy critters attached to the wall. I love the green ambience though. Yep, clearing tunnels, baby. Seems to me like the Colonel volunteers for the more dangerous of jobs. Yeah, that's definitely what he does. Can we wash off the muck in our water? I'm pretty sure you can walk. That would be great. And then it's gonna rust like a mofo. Yes! Burn them! I love it! Nathan says, Euclid, all you need now is marshmallows. Exactly, we're roasting them. Is this an enhanced edition? No, Dragon X, this is the original edition because I'm holding out for a nicer GPU saving, really, because the prices are going down and it might be a good time for me to make the jump to the 30 series. I'm not going to hold out for the 40 series just because of the risk. Look at that asshole. Yeah, I saw you coming, dude. They're gross. There we go. Burn them. Burn them all. Nah, I'm happy for it. Ray tracing seems to ruin some of the atmospheres too bright. That's what I've been told. I've heard that from other people. I have heard that from several other people, actually. There's another worm. They're so gross. I like that this level has its own version of the leeches, though. They're not beautiful or anything, but they are cool. Hell yeah! Well, this area is cleaned out. We can move on to the next. Also, it's pretty cool that a colonel is doing stuff. Usually colonels are all about commanding troops. Yeah, Khlebnikov is very unorthodox. I like him. He's a big fan of mine. Andre says, sign yourself up to a Founders Edition price alerts. Get them at normal price that way. Stock alerts, I mean. Yeah, I need to do a better job of that. I have a few, and I got a buddy who hosts a server, a good friend of mine, where he does that. But I need to do a better job. I was just going to go get him our local micro center. Yummy. Torches are lit. Tunnels are clear. Slime is burned. The end is near. Oh my goodness. What an asshole. There we go. Ugh. You guys are always looking to do harm to me. Ain't no love, man. Give me a shot. I played on enhanced. Haven't ran into any issues with brightness, but I guess in the end it's personal preference. How you run your gamma and whatnot. I don't think I actually mess with the gamma a lot. Yeah, about the middle. Alright, let's try it now. I'm gonna be honest with you, that's too fucking dark. Holy shit, look how gamma is when they tell you when it's like just barely visible. Burn the little wormy. Ew. Ooh, container. A lot of resources if you look for them. There's a worm in here. Bitch. I burn your blobby friends. No blobby friends for you. There's always like more Oscom operators and stuff down here. I don't think you can burn this right here though. There's a bunch of tanks hidden back here, but there's no way to get back there. I've even tried burning it before. I'm not gonna waste a resource on the live stream. Stream just stopped and keeps buffing for me. Anybody else having issues with the stream? Concurrent viewer says 1, so there may have been an issue with YouTube, honestly. Let me know if it's working for you guys or not. Seems to be fine on my end. Yeah. That's really strange. I'm here on Xbox and on my phone. Dragon XS's works fine again. I won't proceed any further until you guys are good to go, so. Like I said, this is not a super long DLC. I'm playing it out just for the sake of atmosphere and such. I'll just walk to this bathroom where we just killed that last worm, and I will wait for you guys to be back up again. I'm seeing another concurrent viewer, so it looks like one of you is back, because I think it treats me as a viewer if I'm watching my own, which I do that to make sure it's playing okay. Delicious. After the 2 Colonels DLC, I will tell you guys. Okay, good, it's working. Glad to hear it. After the 2 Colonels DLC, we are gonna have to play Sam's story, though. We can't do a live stream series of Metro Exodus and not play with Steve Bloom's Sam. Are you kidding me? He is perfection. He's not, though, but that's why I like him so much. Jumped out of the way. Ah, die worm. I love you. Good old YouTube being broken. The viewer count is defo bugged. I think so. It's fucking stupid. Alright, let's get through this crevice. This part's really fucking gross because it shows the slime forming its own little tangible arms and stuff, and I think that's where the worms kind of come from. Really disgusting, to be honest with you. And yeah, viewer count is bugged. Yeah, it's only showing 2 for me, and I know that you're all here, so that's why I try to ignore it, because it can be really discouraging if you believe everything that it says. I had to tell myself to chill. Chill out, man. Oop, we got the big tank. Hidden resources. Okay. Excuse me. Can't stop burping, man. Alright. I think we've collected all the resources from this room. There's really no point in me reloading right now because it's time to equip our large tank. High capacity pneumatic system. That's what we got earlier. And the big tank. Big bumper tank. How we doing on ammunition? 941? We're conserving our ammo just fine. Let's clean this bitch. Yeah, we're doing good. Ladies and gents. Alright, we got another, is there a journal back here? I don't want to miss another journal. I'd like for it to be captured on stream. Alright, here we go. Another worker's diary.
The foreman calls me over. Still raw from the chewing out the Oscar.
Forbidden candy. 7+ minutes behind.
And the way his pants still smoked. So he calls me over and he says, I don't care how you do.
It's gross for sure.
So I say, where am I supposed to get the O-rings? The slime just rots them.
Yeah, but honestly, a lot of waste management companies do offer incredibly good pay and benefits because it's something that absolutely has to be done or we deal with squalor and shit. People have recognized waste management as super important. I would argue since even before the Romans invented better ways to deal with that shit.
Well,
Quite literally that shit.
So he just turns all red and shouts,
I'm lowering my seat. I
I
usually stand in my streams, but today we're sitting down.
Fix the pumps yourself, you asshole. So
Standing desk is amazing.
that was it for that job.
2. The forbidden candy. I'm not doing sewer work. I'm only doing it for $39 million, and I'll do it. Believe that if you want to. I would do it if it offered good enough pay and benefits. I don't, you know what I mean? I've done dirty jobs before. I've never done sewage cleaning or, you know, dealing with legitimate waste management, but I have a lot of respect for the people that do. Because not a lot of people are willing to. I mean, it's not something that I intend to go into career-wise. That's why I went to IT, but that is sick, your desk lowering. Yeah, well, I'm a bit of a bargain shopper, so I found this was a floor unit at our local Office Max, and I picked it up because I wanted to be able to stream and record and stand while I play games, because I don't always like to just sit down. Sitting is relaxing, sure, but to be honest with you guys, there's just something different about being able to stand at a whim while you're doing this stuff. It's really nice. Where does the crevice go? Probably not good to stare into the abyss. Ow. Right, let's give herself a little med shot. It definitely shows when you save your resources. Hey, we found another journal. There we go. Pop in a new tank. I love the reload functions and stuff with this gun, though. This flamethrower is awesome. Here we go. There we go. That dang worm, one of the achievements is to not use a med kit while in high difficulty. Oh, and the 2 Colonels? I don't think I have that one either. I know there's an achievement to kill a demon with fire in Metro Exodus. Let's read this journal. Worker's note. Yep, note number 3. Worker's note. I hate to say I told you so, but we're screwed now. Cleaning the filters won't help. The pipes are full of slime instead of water now. I tried heating the incoming pipe with a blowtorch some, and the pump did restart after some time, but there's already 2 fingers of that shit on the walls now, and the overflow basin is full, and the only thing that could do the trick is a proper burning. You should have started raising an alarm a week ago, and I say that now. Now you should take a brush and clean everything yourself, since we're so against the idea of bothering the bosses back then. People down here definitely got the short end of the stick having to deal with this shit. I'm not even talking about the cleaners like Khlebnikov and his troops going down and cleaning this shit off. I'm talking about the people that actually had to work down here and semi-live down here. Ugh. I mean, they didn't live down here, it'd be too dangerous, but working down here for sure. Very hostile. Here we go. I should about do it. Yep, that'll burn a lot of it. I love it. The worms goes poof. There we go. Can we climb through here? No, but a worm does come through there later. That's right. I remember now. All right. It sounded like you said demon. I don't put up with demons. Where's my crucifix? Hey man, if it worked, I would literally launch crucifix at him. But in this game, demons do not care what your religion is. I like how he threw a fit because I wasn't where he expected me to be. And again, you can use your pilot light to burn the barrier version of the slime. Save yourself a little bit of resources when you play this. Most of you probably already knew that, but just for the sake of sharing, I guess. Yeah, burn. Burn. Oh, hi. He just looked at me and he was like, oh God, I'm on fire. There's people dealing with that, yeah. Others not listening to him and now suffering more than they should have listened. Yeah, exactly. Those that talk down to those that do work are the ones that ended up with a mountain of debt. Yep. Actually didn't know that. Good stuff. We just trying to share little fun facts, resulting in me playing this game probably too much. Fun fact. I like that I say that, and yet it's a pet peeve of mine to hear it. Burn them. Hi. Oh, hey there. That was stupid. I love it. God. Kind of gross, too. They just burrow their way through all this shit. It's kind of nasty. Yep. What do demons look like in this game? Demons? Ooh. Pretty scary, like a giant bat gargoyle thing. They look a lot different than in 2033 and Last Light, that's for sure. I wonder how many times they do the burnings. I think that the burnings happen like, it almost seems like it's not annually, it's like every 2 or 3 months, it seems like. Because this shit grows by so fast. Goes back so fast, I should have said. Ah! No! They never shoot at me from there. The game likes to does like to surprise you, I will say that. Oh, this one already appeared. He appeared when we were below. That's good. More evil versions of Mothman. Yeah, they're assholes. Oh, yeah. Burn all that garbage. I wish I could go up there. There's really no way. Yep, really no way. Seems like he came out of that tunnel. Click! I love the switches in this game. Oh yeah, water's gone, which means we can burn away more of the gunk and bullshit. I think. Probably not, though. I don't think the game will allow you to burn away. That's just lovely. You can, however, burn away this giant barrier. Kind of hilarious that they all like feel the heat and just start freaking out like, oh shit. More evil version of the Mothman. I wish I had the OG Last Light. Sadly, can't get them anymore. I think they'll eventually release it like they did. They did the OG 2033 not super long ago in Celebration, and people have been asking them to do OG Last Light. Go away. Nobody likes you. Where was it? He must have been right above, yeah. Yeah. I'm really just trying to save myself some money, but I keep saying money. Oh God, there's another one. I like how, ugh. I think eventually we'll be able to get the OG Last Light though, guys. Spraying the water. It hisses. Can't go through here because there's shit on the door. All it is. Go ahead and reload this for our next encounter. I know, that's what I want. The only one that I'm missing is the OG Last Light. I have OG 2033. Very happy with that, honestly. This is so much easier on my eyes, so I'm glad you guys are okay. Fun fact, Euclid is a pyromaniac. Fun fact, I really do like burning shit. Ah! It's hungry! These worms are incredibly dangerous, too. They talk about living amongst these things like it's okay, we're gonna be alright. You just burn it from the inside out. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Took me ages to find a way to buy OG 2033 for Steam. Oh, man. Yeah, I know. They gave it away, which was nice. I would really like to find a code for Last Light. You may have to find it on third-party sites, and I don't recommend it because there's always a chance of getting schemed.
Colonel, sir, I just had my...
Hey, Daniel, welcome to the stream. To be honest, prefer the Redux so far. I do too, but it's something about the lighting of the originals that really, I don't know, it speaks to me.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah, Colonel Khlebnikov, another thing about him that I really like and appreciate is his demeanor. He's not an in-your-face, gung-ho, regular military type. He is a military type, and he does follow the rules. But you see a lot of, I don't know, the good humanity in him. Of course, he is a protagonist. Tried G2A. Hey, Legacy, welcome to the stream, sir. No, I have not tried, that is a good idea, though. That's where I get, admittingly, that's where I get a lot of my codes. That's how I got Total War Warhammer 2 and Warhammer 1 on Steam, because I just wanted them on Steam. Fun fact, though, I had Warhammer 1 on, what was it? I had Total War Warhammer on Epic. They gave it away for free, and it's a good way to try a game. But because 2 was not on Epic, and I wanted to do the Mortal Empires, where it combines both games' big campaign maps. Well, I went to G2A, like Legacy mentioned. It's a good place to get games, save yourself some money. And I bought, with a bundle package they had, a couple people had on there, I bought the combination package deal for Total War Warhammer 1 and 2, and then not even a couple weeks later, Epic's like, Warhammer 2's on Epic, but that's fine. I have so much stuff on Steam that it's kind of hard to make the jump to another platform, to be honest with you. Dragon X said, I do like the humanity in him, but also you can turn him into an ass in a later mission. Yeah, and we might do that for the sake of... But there's really not a karma ending in this. It ends the same way either way. Not gonna say when for the sake of spoilers. Yeah, thank you. Nice. Yeah, saved 20 pounds using it yesterday to get Chivalry 2. Dude, nice. It makes a big difference, and it's like, I will openly support some games, but at the same time, I want to play more games than I can afford to buy. Gaming is an expensive hobby, which I think most of us here know that, and you know, it's regrettable, but it's true. But yeah, I used to go in Kingwin, but it's a little sketchy compared to G2A Legacy. So I'm glad you mentioned that. Yeah, you guys should try G2A like Legacy recommended.
At ease, gentlemen. You did a great job there.
Like Redbeard says, I think the weather here is messing with my internet. Hopefully next week won't involve massive cloud cover with 100% chance of rain. Hey man, it's that weather.
Cut that. Sweep up duty. Sure.
It's the guys that he was working with.
On behalf of OSCOM, I'm issuing an official commendation.
We serve OSCOM.
Great. We'll get out of
Nice.
those suits and go
Dragon X
rest.
says, I've been kind of iffy about using external sites. Might be my paranoia, I guess. Scared of scams. Yeah, I understand that. Legitimately, though, I have never had it go wrong. It's up to you, and that's full disclaimer. That's if you want to do it. But G2A, I take the risk because the prices are great, and I really can't afford otherwise.
We're gonna get some extra allowance on that account. They'll give us shots at the checkpoint. It's not that I'm sweating, it's just I'm thinking if I should just take it like this and spend it. I
Wow.
guess we could have a few drinks. It is New
Yeah.
Year's Eve after all.
If you use PayPal, you're covered. That's a good call out, Andres. Thank you. Yeah, if you're scary about a Dragon X, I get it. But I bought a lot of games from G2A. I used to buy some from Kinguin. When I am building computers for family and friends, to get a Windows account, not to get a Windows license, I get it on these sites too because I'm not paying $150 just to start a computer. It might sound a little fucked up, I know, but that's just my personal opinion. Ardent said hello, ooh, stopping by to say hi. Currently at work. Well, I hope work is going okay for you, sir. Hopefully it's not too hazardous or chaotic. This is a no ooh zone, sir. I don't know, dude. Ardent's a longtime buddy of mine. He might have the right to do it whenever he wants. Dragonus says, so GTA is pretty secure then? I think so, yeah. It does pretty well for me. If you're nervous, limit it to small transactions and go from there. Guard Redbeard says, if you spend all your money on games, you won't have any money for drugs. What the fuck? Where does that come? Where's that coming from? Oh my god. Well, if you're talking about medication, sure. I need medication for eczema and all that evil garbage I was cursed with. Legacy says, I think G2A is more trusting because it gives multiple suppliers and they have ratings reviews. That's why I trust it personally. They do offer it. The reviews are real. You can read them and you can tell they're legitimate. So yeah, visit the website and take time to peruse it. And if you don't want to do it, don't. I certainly won't shame you. Oh, here's a fun fact about the Two Colonels DLC for Metro Exodus. Another thing you should know is that Colonel Khlebnikov, I believe, is the only protagonist you play as that doesn't have to replace his filters. I see the filters there laden in the green, and it made me think, because his suit, his hazmat suit, is a constantly fed. It has a very, very long supply of oxygen. Dragon X, I've used Best Old Games for a few games. Never got scammed there. Best Old Games I've never heard of, but there is a thing I saw or I saved the other day for like retro games, and that's how I started playing a lot of the old Mech Warrior games. Those were shooters of my youth, let me tell you guys. George Redbeard says, yeah, you started that. Gotcha, thank you guys. I'll definitely, yeah, check them out. See if you're comfortable. If you're not, no shame, right? But it's a good way to get a bunch of games that you want to play that you can afford
You'll
to.
also be getting a shot of green stuff at the checkpoint. I'll call them. You just took a week's worth of exposure at least.
Yeah, quite a bit.
Thank you.
I like that they took the time for him to actually like take his jacket and shit off.
Right.
The timing made a little bit more sense, I would argue.
Thank you, and goodbye, Colonel Sir.
Come aboard, Colonel Sir.
Petrovich.
Thank you. Hey guys, get aboard. We give you lift to Prospect.
Thank you, sir, but we're waiting for the transport from HQ. There's enough space for everyone.
Oh, what were you saying earlier?
Good luck then.
Where you can turn into an ass in a later mission, Dragon X? I'm trying to decide if we should be an ass since this is a bad ending playthrough. But with Sam's story and to... Oh, nice. Dude's calling out Happy New Year.
Colonel Khlebnikov, report your situation. Over.
Mission accomplished, Comrade General. I'm mostly done, Doria. The worms are all toast.
Oh, yeah.
You guys will have to mop up, and I'm heading home. It's New Year's Eve, after all.
Sure thing, Slava. Who else would you turn to for understanding if not for another single father?
Well, you've got it easy.
I love the area here, guys. Look at the dude up on the crane and everything. There's a lot going on here.
You can give him yourself.
They wanted you to feel the scope and scale of the operation.
For Aldo, just drop by my place and then have your rest.
Roger that. Over and out.
They're drunk as hell. Yep. Hey, there's some pretty old school inspirational music here. Yeah, it is. It's pretty rough. But for Sam's, I would pause it for a second. I would argue that for the Two Colonels DLC and the Sam's Story DLC, there is no actual moral bad ending. Because the Sam's Story DLC, either ending could be seen as kind of bad. Hard to tell. bad towards you or bad towards others, right? With Two Colonels DLC, it all ends the same way, but it's like, how do you, I guess that's how you live your life, is the kind of the lesson with Two Colonels DLC. So yeah.
Sir, roll up your sleeve, please. We've got to give you the shot.
Here you go.
Roll your sleeve up, Petrovich. You get a shot too.
Hey, no. Please, I'd rather use my own injector at home.
Be my guest then.
Thank you.
Yeah, like these guys all seemed okay. Nobody seemed really like a jerk or an asshole. Everybody had a job to do and they did it, but spirits were pretty high. Everybody did fairly well for themselves despite the living conditions. I love these tunnels.
Thank God. Still, standard child's allowance of green stuff is not enough for her, even though we moved to the prospect.
Wow.
So, squirreling away whatever I can.
Heart.
Just in case. It's not easy, but we survive, and that's what counts. But enough about us. Tell me if you roasted that shit good.
That we did, Petrovich.
They're repairing everything. I mean, people are working.
My friend, that is good to hear.
Dragon X says, that is true. Say, actually, since the DLCs offer a protagonist that talk, what do you think the next game will be like? Talking protagonist? Silent? Artyom? Someone else?
They've been working non-stop for 20.
To be honest with you, I feel like Metro Exodus was a good way for them to experiment a little bit more with the protagonist that would speak more, right? I think they'll do both again, like in this game. I think they'll do a similar thing where there'll be an offshoot DLC, or they may go back and forth between Artyom and Sam as Sam makes his way into the United States. It depends on how ballsy they get, if they want to travel to the United States. Not ballsy, but like, you know, going from an older country like any part of Russia or all the neighboring free, you know, former Soviet bloc countries, right? And all the architecture there, but coming to America and trying to find what's unique about our architecture versus what is propped up with plastic. That's going to be the hardest thing. But with the West Coast, there's some interesting stuff you could do. You know what I mean? There's a lot of different places in California and the Golden Gate Bridge. I mean, there's a lot of cool shit that you could do as far as the world building. But as far as the protagonist goes, I don't think we're done with Artyom yet. He's still very young in his life. I think he's still technically younger than me, if not close to my age. And I think he has a lot of life left in him. I hope, personally, I hope we go back to the Metro, but at the same time, I would be game for whatever because I like how the world expanded with this game. Darth Redbeard says, best old games is how I was able to get Battle for Middle-earth, Rise and Fall Civilizations of War, and a few others. Good old games is where I got Empires on our World and Empire Earth games. Yeah, best old games, I don't know much about that, to be honest with you. I'll have to check that out after the stream. But good old games, GOG, I use GOG. GOG's awesome. Dragon Egg says, oh shoot, I never thought about Sam Artyom type transition. I would love more to Sam's story, American weapons, gear, etc. I would too, although I'm a big fan of Warsaw Pact weapons. I like Eastern European weapons and such. These guys, they're busy as shit, dude.
We'll have two rowboats here.
You'd make a good gondolier.
Lord.
I can sing too.
Please, spare me. Your singing is an atrocity.
Hot mess. Oh, we also need to decide when we're going to continue the Alien Isolation live stream because you guys that were there that night stated you wanted to see it. See more. What's he looking at? The wall. He's just contemplating his life. Who wouldn't do that down here, though?
We're there. Thanks for giving me a lift, Petrovich. Happy New Year.
Yeah, same to you. And don't forget, after the official ceremony, we'll be waiting for you and Kirill to drop by, as usual.
We'll be there.
He has a lot of friendships with certain people, and I admire him for that, honestly. Oh, the world building. Okay. I'm glad in Sam's story they had some American weapons. The Stallion was amazing. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I really appreciated it. As an American, I really liked it because I don't know if any of you all know this that are not American. We Americans sometimes tend to suffer from identity crisis. We don't have a lot of interesting history compared to a lot of our older European equivalents. America is a young country, but I would argue a lot of good has come from it as well. so much is bad. I'm trying to discern what's going on here and what part of the level this is, because I think I recognize it now. Like for later instances or whatever. Trying to clear out tunnels and such. I can't tell if these are like living corridors or what. Kind of hard to tell. All right, well, we're gonna go down, talk to the general.
Colonel, sir.
A lot of respect.
Colonel, sir, please proceed. The General is expecting you.
I don't need your excuses, Captain. If you take the initiative to do something, you must be ready to see the thing you started to the end.
Wow. Istanbul, welcome to the stream.
Sir, yes, sir.
We're doing good.
Hello, sir.
There's a stalker there.
Oh, Slava.
You missed the first segment of the DLC where we were burning away slime and committing to our Oscum janitorial duties. But nothing big. We still have a bit of gameplay left. I'm doing well. Hopefully you're doing well too. How are you?
Background radiation?
Yes.
Not to get too political, but as much as people hate USA for the lack of a better term, I personally do like the country and what it has to offer.
To go there and find the fresh ones.
Yeah, it has its good and its bad.
So that we know where to go.
I'm from America, but I neither blindly defend it nor just accept every insult that's thrown towards it. Yeah, lots of content. Slime. Yeah.
Mind you. Yes. We can't delay any longer. We're out of.
Yeah, the slime mission is really cool.
We'll have to resort
I appreciated
to confiscations, so everything must stay under wraps for now.
Why the secrecy?
Excuse me.
It's good news.
I love
People
USA
would
fast
donate their
food.
stock voluntarily if we told them.
I knew that one was coming.
Decision, Slava.
I expected somebody to make a comment about McDonald's or something.
It makes sense to save the good news for last.
Good lord.
Thanks for telling me.
Remember, it's between us.
You know me. Well, Happy New Year.
Wait a
I
second.
better get home now.
As a hero of the war on slime
and now you get to see Colonel Khlebnikov's advantages to being a colonel.
Command. A 1 month allowance for 2.
Thanks.
I won't hold you any longer unless... How about some tea?
Yes, we will.
You do know how to keep a man
Every
away
time.
from his family.
Comment about McDonald's.
How is Seryoga doing?
Thank you. Thank you, Andres. You made sure I wasn't a
Just
liar.
think about it. My son is a captain now. I never rested.
That's really
for
cool
that.
of Legacy
Can you
to
believe
stop
it?
by the stream. Of course, he might still
Of
be here and I'm
course I
talking about
can.
him, but
that's just typically you.
he's
I
one of the
believe
people
he must
that
achieve
inspired me to start
everything
streaming in the
himself.
first place.
He builds character.
So,
Oh, he definitely does. He
Take
used
some
to be on
balls.
the soft side.
Slava
Like his
is
mom.
an ass.
He really toughened up now.
I don't know. I
You
like
were
Slava.
always hard on him. Almost too hard.
I never
could
had
never
KFC
be
before.
like
There's
that.
2 in my country. I don't
Actually,
visit them very
I
often.
speak as someone
Okay, well, I will tell you that our main boy Noob from the server, our moderator, and he's a mod here.
who's been watching.
He likes KFC from Russia, and the KFC from Russia definitely looks like it kicks the shit out of American KFC. They even
I
have
think
these
you're doing amazingly well.
delicious
growing
looking
up a real
wraps
man.
with all
An
kinds
Oscar
of
fighter.
just wonderful garbage on them.
Yes, he is a huge fan of all
Pretty
things
envious of that,
Oscar.
to be honest with you.
We're like superheroes in his eyes.
But yeah.
Bit chilling, actually.
But we are heroes.
I don't like KFC
We're
here. I eat
saving
at a
who we
place
can,
called
and
Lee's
it's all
Famous
for our
Chicken,
children's sake.
and I think it beats
What
the
could be
shit
chilling
out
in
of
that?
KFC every time, all the time.
He still doesn't understand many things and idealizes us. Thinks we are knights without fear and beyond reproach, but real life is
But yeah,
complicated.
I also
You
like
must do certain things.
Canes.
And then
They
look
have good
into his
chicken,
eyes
good dip
thinking,
too. I'm a big
would he
sauce guy.
understand if I told him about that? And that day will come.
Kirill is a real man. He will understand.
Yep,
A
you can
real
drink
hero,
tea
Slava,
and you can
isn't
smoke.
someone flexing
And I
his
don't know
muscles
anybody
and
that
wearing
would-
shiny armor. A hero is someone who does what needs to be done.
We're just gonna
He may get
drink and
splashed with
smoke,
dirt, even
drink and
blood
smoke,
sometimes,
drink and
but
smoke.
he still does the thing because it is necessary. Understanding this makes a man a man.
Maybe. But it's quite
The
close.
US has
to
so many
the ends
alternatives to
justify
KFC, the
means
rest of the
from
world
there,
doesn't
though.
really.
Oh,
That's because
come
we're fat
on.
asses. I love
Such
food.
a soppy
Every once in a
load of
while, I
crap.
enjoy my McDonald's, but damn, does it make me feel hell full
the
after I
ends
eat it?
justify
Yeah,
the means.
it
You
expands
can't say
like a
that.
sponge out of
Those are
hell.
bad words. Shame on you.
McDonald's fucks you
Our
up.
philosophy professor,
But you guys ever get those
Maria
late
Wagner
cravings,
told us
those late day
that.
cravings for fries?
But I say they do.
God.
How else would you achieve anything? You sacrifice something to get somewhere. Did this ever work differently?
He's got a whole thing for tea on his desk.
Do they always?
Wow.
Right. You got me there.
Yep.
You're right. That's how you achieve things. But I always thought that it was a question of
There isn't a
sincerity.
single stream of yours that doesn't
They
eventually
do
turn into
or
a
not.
food discussion.
Being sincere with yourself first.
I am
and
American. I
foremost.
like food.
That was
What am I supposed to do about that?
Philosophical.
I'm sorry.
I bet you took Maria Ivanovna's advanced.
Because we all
course,
like
too.
food, dude. Nathan says, Euclid, you're still buying me 200 Big Macs. I don't
think
know
I'll
if
get
we...
going now.
Yeah, you know,
Yes, Slava, I'm sorry.
that's a lot of money for a bunch of burgers. That McDonald's is going to spit in every one of those burgers.
Happy New Year.
Now, I used to work fast food, so I'm mostly joking as far as
I'll be
people
working
doing
on my
that.
speech in the meantime.
Love this
I hate making
DLC. I
public
enjoyed looking
addresses.
around at station and exploring
But the
people's
occasion
daily
calls
lives.
for it.
In 2033 and Last Light, I always stand more
Dear
time staying on
citizens
station than I
of
should. I like the
Krasny
most.
Prospect and our
Benice
guests
from
from
Last
other
Light was
stations.
awesome. I agree. Yeah, if you stick around, you can hear this guy rehearsing his speech to the people for the New Year's party. And then there's also this map back here of
Should I go for brothers and
the
sisters? here?
Novosibirsk.
Nah, that's just too tacky.
It's too tacky. Yeah, but the Novosibirsk Metro. I want to learn more about it, honestly.
Year 2034
Super cool.
is coming to an end. Nah, I don't like
Wow.
this.
There'll be books and stuff to collect. Soon enough. And all these Soviet era posters. So cool. Mostly joking. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're kind of right, though. That looks like Alyosha, but with a face deformation.
Colonel, sir.
They all address you.
Hello, Colonel, sir. A happy New Year to you.
Happy
Wow.
New Year. On duty tonight. I feel for you.
You know, sir, it could have been worse. Yeah, at least guarding the green stuff storage isn't a hard job, really. Though I hope nobody's planning the heist of the century on New Year's Eve, huh?
Isn't it weird in a way to hear 2034 is coming to an
You're
end
right.
when we haven't even approached
Well, good night to
2023 yet? Yeah, it's
Thank
strange
you,
as
Colonel,
hell.
sir.
It's weird. If I'm not dead before it happens, I know, dark humor. Not everybody likes it. Yeah, you can hear speeches from pretty much everybody here.
This place just makes me want to drink.
What do you mean,
These three just,
There's a lot of
they're kind
time
of
left.
recurrent
Besides,
characters, kind of like the
you're
old men
already
from the episodes of
tipsy.
Cowboy Bebop that are always drinking and bitching about working.
No, Grisha's right.
What they remind me
We're
of.
going to be late drinking too.
And that's what we call foreshadowing. Yep.
Ah, yes, friendship. I
Yep.
guess let's drink to things this year staying same as they were last year. Only much
Yeah, there's a lot of talking you can hear.
Yes!
Swear to God, that looks like Pavel.
Hello, sir. There's too many people in the way. You can't really go through. You'd better go up through the restaurant and get to the gallery from there.
Thanks.
Yep.
Happy New Year.
Same to you, Colonel, sir.
You know what I'm missing?
I do
This
too, they're
proper
great.
festive mood, like before the war.
Oranges.
This dude looks like
Damn,
Pavel
why
from
did you
back.
have to remind
The jacket,
me?
the shaved head.
Now I'll spend the whole night thinking about them.
I'm sorry. It's just that I've
Yeah,
been thinking
it's
about
worth
them
like
non-stop
sticking around
for
and hearing the
3
different
days already.
characters,
Perhaps we could think about them
conversations
together.
and such.
You know, Vanya, you're so self-centered, it's amazing.
That's so cool.
Why am I even in love with you?
Because of
So
my
cool.
immense charm, of course.
Favorite character in Metro?
Could well be so.
Oh,
Sometimes I think
I don't
kids
know.
are
I have
easier. They don't
a
even
kind of
know
a
the
soft
things they're
spot
missing.
for Miller.
Like the oranges.
I
You
can
don't even
relate to
see the
Miller a
color
lot.
anymore. And the
Having
smell?
to break away from your own character
taste.
and discipline
Damn.
for the benefit of those you care about. Opening your mind. Yeah. Trying to be better.
Just not in the festive mood at all.
They're always late with green stuff deliveries. And this time, they didn't even give some for the New Year's. We're barely making ends meet. How can I be happy?
Wow. A lot of conversation. Oh, these two are interesting.
Just look at yourself.
I love this part. Pavel was cool. Pavel was originally supposed to be in the game. Well, there were a lot of thoughts and talks for him to be in the game, but they originally went with, then they finally went with Crest. But Pavel would have joined you, I guess, in a sense.
Come on, Tanya.
Love those background noises. That, yeah, to preface what you said, this drunk couple part is hilarious. Double cheeseburger and Zack and Scotty's will always beat the shit out of McDonald's fast food. Yeah, I agree completely, Redbeard. Torture me again. I have to drive hours just to have one of those. What the hell? Three Musketeers. Pavel's awesome. Istamal, I agree. Miller hurts. The ending hurts. I know. I really relate to Mirror, though. Miller.
You scum! Slime! Drunkard!
Yeah, this dude's a total alcoholic. Privyet, comrade. Stopping by to say hi and get some green stuff. Welcome to the stream, Axel. I'm glad you stopped by. For however long you have time, sir. Thank you for stopping by.
Don't cry.
Yep, we already burned through the slime. Now we're just exploring the station.
Colonel, sir. Hello there.
Wow.
Tell me, Colonel, whatever do I do with this woman, huh?
Drunk piece of shit.
First of all, you should quit drinking.
Yes, I will, sir. Colonel, I am not drinking no more tonight.
He says I'm not drinking no more tonight, and it just takes a huge gulp. Like, goddamn, dude. Throw the bottle away. I also love that the scale was interactive. So cool. Taking the chance, you know. Somebody left some chicken. How would you leave good food like that? How could you? All right. The brass. I'm talking about you, of course.
By the way, it's been a while since I last saw
a lot of conversation you can miss, and there's music.
Do you know the guy? The one with big ears. He also keeps telling
a lot of people you can talk to.
Don't he? What's up with him?
I love the fact that the scale actually works. I just saw your comment. I love the fact that the scale actually works. When he removes the bottle, the scale goes down. When he adds the bottle, it goes back up. I know. That was some attention to detail. That moment we both like the same thing.
No.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Which one?
I would have loved it if 4A had put secret ending on Exodus and which one Miller stays alive. It may not be canon, but player base would have loved it. I agree, Istamal. I felt like after all the shit we went through with the playthrough and trying to behave, if you went for the good ending, I know I did, it would have been really nice for him to have made it and got to live at Lake Baikal and see Anna and Artyom do good and just see his people happy for once. Andres said, well, the bottle doesn't have no more in it, so he drank it. Right, exactly. There's no more left, so he's not drinking no more. Axel, your message was retracted. What happened, man? Want to know a sad thing if the next game has Artyom? I was surprised when Khlebnikov spoke for the first time. Yeah, I know. I was like, oh shit, talking protagonist, this is the best. Slava. That's, of course, that's also his name. Same sounds, same guitar sounds, guys. If the next game is Artyom, Miller won't be here. I know, and that's gonna hurt. There we go.
Happy New Year, Colonel Khlebnikov.
Same to you, Misha.
How about a drink? The first one is on the house tonight.
Tempting, but no, thanks.
Suit yourself.
Wow.
You could drop by later once you put your kid to sleep.
Here's another fun fact for you guys.
Thank you. I just might.
Yeah, bartender trying to give everybody a free drink for New Year's, which is really cool. Look at the note on the table. Wait, which Oh, right here. Oh, my hero. Thank you, sir. I think that's one that I missed before. I appreciate you. Trader's note. Misha, and this is Misha that we're talking to. Misha, don't close till the cows come home tonight. If you run out of booze, just buy all of Baldy's stuff. Baldy's stuff. Everyone's going to be pissed drunk by that time and never notice the change in taste anyway. The thing is, they're cutting the green stuff allowance by half starting January. We got to make what we can while we still can. The tip is solid, coming from the very top. Boris. Nice. Thank you for calling that out. I appreciate that, Istanbul. Yeah, it cries in agony. I feel the same way, dude. It's gonna suck. Fun fact, if you go through this level, the last time I played this, both this gentleman on the left and this officer on the right were wearing their officer's hats. Now they're not. And one on the end table here where they're having this conversation past the checkerboard, they also, one of them was wearing a hat.
We are going to go outside, are we
Good
not?
conversation here, too,
We're not mortals
honestly.
to live out our lives underground, you know.
Oh, what a surprise! Drink to the new year with us, Colonel, sir.
Hello, sir. Join us, please. We'd be happy.
And they gave him
but I gotta get home, see my son.
dialogue for so many of these NPCs if you stuck around, which I love.
Thank you, sir. Happy New Year to you, too.
Yep, the green stuff cut was known before everyone else knew. Yep, sure
Some
was.
units must have remained. I can't believe.
Well,
we're
they
the
kind of
only
reveal
ones.
that later in the game anyways.
So who you meet, and they ask you to introduce yourself. So you say, "I'm Major Bikov,"
That's so cool.
and they go, "Huh, that's real weird. Like, we do have Lieutenant Bikov listed in this book here, but no major."
This next part's
So you
hilarious.
should take those extra stars off and stick them where the sun don't shine.
Ah, that's bullshit.
Really? They could
So you have this couple here hitting on each other.
Look, there's
And on the ground, those are definitely condoms. There's definitely rubbers.
Stop that.
Definitely like a date privacy room type situation. Romantic dinner. Close your curtain, guys. What the fuck? I do subtitles to catch these conversations you usually would miss. But what's a tree, the little girl asked. Holy shit. Oh my god, Axel, thank you. You said words right out of my mouth. Dude, yes. So, the end music of the game, and we'll talk about it even on the roll credits for those of you that want to hear my banter. Those aren't condoms, they're definitely just birthday party balloons. Right, for sure. Definitely meant for a mouth. For sure. What? Hearing court martial reminds me of the start of Metro. Yes, it does. Axel says they built this up so greatly. It's sad how the whole station went from "Hello, Colonel, great to see you," to all arguing, and then the disaster, and then the war and the emptiness. Yeah. That's the saddest part about it, is there's so many people here, and they are surviving fairly well together. They're doing a pretty good job. There's a lot of fellowship that probably wasn't in the modern world, so there was some good that came of this ultimately worse situation, right? Andres says those aren't... Yeah, well, we read that one. I'm an idiot. That's so funny, dude. Istanbul said, "I'm very excited about the fourth part of the Metro game, but after the current situation for almost 2 years without hearing anything, I'm a little afraid they will be canceled. I think it's just going to be postponed. 4A team is safe, and they relocated a long time ago to Malta. So, Malta Island in the Mediterranean. In theory, condoms are balloons, but... Wow.
Please, leader, hurry up, will you?
Don't worry.
Kirill! That scene's pretty adorable, not gonna lie.
Yay, Dad! I bet you didn't expect an ambush here.
The kids in this game are so much better than the kids in 2033 and Last Light. I have to say
I
it.
must ask, where is your sitrep?
The mission of helping prepare the celebration is almost accomplished.
His mannerisms
There's
are really
just one
cool.
lifeboat
I like
remaining.
Kirill a
Sir.
lot.
It is private. I'll help you.
Happy New Year, Dad.
I actually like to imagine that Colonel Khlebnikov is bald,
You
but
were late
with
for my birthday.
a face similar to
And Mom's
Kirill's.
anniversary too.
You see, I was just doing
Conversations
my
we
best to
have
make
in these
sure
streams is
there
ridiculous.
was sad anniversaries in
It's
other
not food,
families
it's
as
condom
possible.
balloons.
Oh, I understand.
Good to hear that. Now, turn it on.
All right.
Mission accomplished.
Good job.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
I love the music.
Oh, Dad, I have something for you. Here, Petrovich helped me fix
Ah,
it.
Istanbul. Oh, I love the timer and watch that he gives him.
Thank you, son.
That was nice of him. That's a big gift to have in this kind of world. Their relationship's really cool.
Speaking of Petrovich,
In Last Light, Istanbul says, in Last Light Venice, there's like 10 same children with different colored jackets. I know. I noticed that.
Yay!
Dragon X says,
Private Petro-
I highly doubt that the game will be outright canceled, but probably delayed until we get back to normalcy, whatever that is. Yeah, I agree completely. Excellent. How would they get condoms in Metro after 20 years later?
Provich's
I don't
clean
know.
face and
Maybe
dress
they're making
uniform.
them from goat
Roger
skin
that,
like they
Colonel,
did
sir.
back in the day. Who knows?
Wow. This tree is so beautiful.
Yes. Listen.
They hung a bunch of bottles from it. I love it.
Dear citizens of Krasny Prospect and our guests from other stations. Year 2034 is almost over.
This is where shit starts
It
getting
wasn't
really
an easy
dark.
year, but
God,
all
it
the
sucks.
hardship only served to make us close our ranks around our
Goat
common
skin,
goal.
back to the good old days.
The well-being of everyone living down here in the tunnels.
I love it.
We are all looking forward to the coming year, expecting
That's
change
fun.
for the better. And it
Didn't
is
need to
sure
know that.
arrive to
Well,
our
you already knew
concerted
that
effort
because
as
of
a
all the
community.
history you knew. You should have
On
known that
behalf
already,
of Oscar
Redbeard.
leadership,
But now you
I
do.
thank you all
Disgusting
for your good
and
work
educated.
wish you
Yeah,
a
buddy.
Happy New Year. Happy 2035.
No Silas skin. Ah, we're getting into the subject more so.
8,
No.
7, 6,
Bunch of sick fucks,
5.
aren't we?
4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year!
And it just feels quiet.
Damn generator's out again.
Duh, what a letdown. Well, Wormskin screeches and pain runs away.
Do you read me? Over.
Why?
Kirill, I'm at the trading stalls.
I'm hungry.
Where's that passage to
Never
Switzerland?
fails.
It's downstairs. Moscow HQ used to be there. They brought the green stuff they took from the people there.
Oh, yeah.
I see. Confiscations.
There's the tree. That's the fucking New Year's tree. I saw that once before, and it's like I forgot about it. It's really weird. But yeah, that's the New Year's tree that was thrown into the stairwell.
Thank you, Private.
That is so fucked up. It's so awful.
Citizens, we urge you to remain calm. Voluntarily submit your stocks of radio protector to the authority. Remember, our common duty is to stand together and ensure the common good of
Miller,
all the
man.
citizenry.
Why does the world have to be cruel? I remember when I first finished Metro, I thought they got the bad ending because Miller died. Yeah, I was pretty upset with myself, too.
Not funny, Slava, and I'm not in the mood for jokes. What's up at Sibirskaya?
We're all done there, and this is what we got. It's not much.
This is bad. We're in the middle of a fallout spot, and we'll have to roast for 500 clicks at the very least. Your guys brought a bunch of maps, but there are no really safe areas on any of them. I had hopes for Lake Baikal, but...
Still looking for Baikal. The archive is trashed.
I love
As
these
for the
conversations they
radiation,
have.
That's what the filters are for, keeping the dust out.
Filters. All the carriages are so radioactive, no filters will help us without the green stuff. There will be children too. You have a son yourself, so you know children need more.
I know. Do we have enough?
Not for everyone at once. First we'll evacuate the core people, prepare clean rolling stock, and then bring everybody else out.
So you mean we're going to split people into sorts? The ones we save first, and then the rest
You know
the
what's at
dregs?
stake. Our children among all else. What's there to discuss? Didn't expect that from you of all people.
Wow.
Think about Kirill. I, for one, thought about him. You two will be leaving with the first train. So don't fail me now. Just forget it all and take a break. Your people can handle the prospect by themselves.
Oh, yeah. Dragon X, I agree.
All right.
He says it's cool how intertwined the
smoke.
DLC and main game is. Maps and of your stalkers.
Don't mind if I do.
Help yourself then. It's been a while since I had smokes.
Not immediately, but they do after a bit. Yeah.
The dirty
Yes, they
stations
do.
are crawling with troublemakers. You know the sort. They've been rambling about doing away with the regime and starting a new life.
And they're going to catch the day.
Exactly. As soon as it becomes known that we've no green stuff left, and then the rumors of evacuation start. And they will.
Naturally. Exaggerated ones at that. The leadership is running away, abandoning the common folk. A chance they won't miss.
Well, you understand it all. We'll uphold order for as long as we can.
Wow.
God save us from a full-blown uprising. Still, God favors the prepared. Keep your weapon ready, Slava. We're in for one bumpy ride.
Yes, this is going to get ugly.
But we don't have a choice in this. Either we save who we can, or we descend into chaos and all die.
Yeah, like you said earlier, Axel, that's the
So if you
saddest
do
part
have to
about
shoot,
this entire
look at this as a
DLC
war
is
on
not
the
just
dead. Each rioter
Khlebnikov.
is an animated corpse.
I don't want to say
trying
too
drag us
much
into its
what he
grave.
has to deal with, right?
A cynical view.
But just the
Cynical,
people and what they
but
deal
realistic.
with. It's fucking sad.
Let's hope it doesn't go that far. Are your people ready to do their part?
Even the color
those
grading
warrants
change,
all
the
dropped
music,
out
the
years
attention to
ago.
detail,
What's your
flawless.
take on the others?
Oh, it's amazing.
I'm not sure about some of them. We'll start quietly disbanding and disarming their units.
You are risking splashing fuel on the embers.
What else can I do? Damned if I do and if I don't.
True enough. You know, I do feel drained. I guess I'll excuse myself.
Of course. Have some rest while you still have a chance. I fear you haven't got long. And Slava, take care.
You too, Tolia.
Oh, yeah. Yep, there's his tea thing. No more tea left. Life is stressful. I like that different parts of the world
This just won't do.
still exist.
It's all
Like,
irradiated.
it was up
Won't
there,
do
but
it
now
all.
it's down there. Little things like that I look for. God knows what this was for. And I like how he had this shelving and stuff, but they moved a new shelf in here for the scene. I think that the light here was used to kind of build
One
on the
huge
pressure.
fallout trail.
You feel lit up
Must have
whenever
been
you're
one
down
hell
there
of a
by
cloud.
yourself.
Lethal levels all around.
Now the lamp is in the floor.
Well, he said they understand our predicament and they value our contribution and
I love the skeletal Kalashnikov there.
And as soon as they get a hold of the new stock, we will be reimbursed fully.
There's
and
the,
with interest,
couple
just as the paper says.
They're always arguing. Always
He basically
arguing. Always
hinted that I
fighting.
had an official paper, signed and stamped, and that was
We're
the
getting
best I
there,
could
guys. Where shit's
What
gonna
was
start
your
getting
answer?
real.
What could it be? Yes, General, everything is as you say. Thank you for seeing me despite your busy schedule. You do understand that we had all our hard-earned wealth confiscated, so we are worried. He walked me
This
to the
DLC
door
looks
and shook
gorgeous
my
in the
hand.
enhanced edition.
With
Well
all
worth playing it
respect.
through again. Perhaps a stream once you get your GPU.
What did I tell
Yes,
you?
I will
You
do
had
that,
to
Dragon X,
understand.
if you guys are up for it.
These
I've always wanted to
papers are good
do
for nothing,
like a
save for
full
ignoring
game
the
through
rules of
playthrough
fucking
stream,
fools.
but I know not everybody has time for that,
You
which
had
is
to
why I do
demand
this
a
in
real
more of an
document.
episodic version.
I owe you from the general himself, with date and his signature. You are a respectable man, Yakov. How can you let him do this to you?
There was nothing else for me. He let me know right off the bat. It's
Wow.
obvious, really. It's in the way he looked, his handshake. He would have declined, so I just saved face.
Yeah, I understand that.
Just because you, Yakov, are a coward and he knew you'd give in. You just had to push back. Just stay here. I'll go talk to him and get the thing that we need. You'll see. Someone must have some balls in this family.
The Don't you dare! It's all done already, all said and done.
My mom was right about you after all.
I think we interrupted her audio log there. Yep, their story's pretty tragic. Man gets roasted again against a person who leads a whole station. Like, what? Trying to make sure I don't miss any notes, so feel free to call them out if you guys know where the next one is.
Hello, sir.
Last one we got was the trader's note. I just don't want to miss the last 5. I know where the last 4 are, but the 5th one is tricky.
Sergeant?
They're getting restless, sir.
Our only option is to remain calm and not let ourselves be provoked.
Yes, sir.
Oh my god.
Stop abusing us like this, you bastards!
I feel bad for them too, though.
First come, it's been 2 days.
Colonel, please, tell them to do something. Please, Colonel, tell them to start handing it out. We can't wait anymore.
Order! Colonel, sir. Permission to address.
Yep.
Granted.
Oh my god.
An anonymous tip on excess stock. We can't ignore those, but he won't open the door.
Wow.
I see.
All in studio. Welcome to the stream, sir.
What the hell is with you?
Nice. Dragon X says, not much you can do if a person who leads a station says no. So her roasting her husband is a sign of how bad the situation is. Yeah. Very much so.
Hey, I feel like you like me a lot. Watch what you touch, soldier boy.
Oh,
Don't get
more of the green
excited. It'll
stuff.
end in a heartbreak. I don't swing that way.
What the hell is with you?
Enough already, it's taking too long.
Enough of your whining. We know all about your schemes.
Wow.
And you're on the hook because of martial law. You'll be standing here until we find it.
Woo!
And if you continue resisting, you'll swing any way I choose until you tell where the green stuff is.
Yep. People start to...
With you?
They start to resent the government body of Oscom.
Just remember the new year.
Here's
You
those
have a drink
guys.
right over here.
The
You
same
remember?
dudes.
Of course I do. Young Grisha definitely had too much that night. We had to carry him home.
Lord.
Yes, and then we lost him on the way, because we were all pissed drunk ourselves.
Almost done with this dialogue.
I can't help but miss those days. They were simple and fun somehow.
Oh my god.
Yes, fun. You're right about that. And simple. Can't argue.
I think the dialogue is worth it at least the first time you play through the game. I would argue that with just about anybody.
Open up, Petrovich.
Slava. Come in.
Thanks. Follow me. Mikhail Petrovich.
All right.
You know why we are here.
So there's a search going on here, guys.
Donate your excess stock
We have a
voluntarily,
choice
or there will
whether
be
or not we
trouble.
push for the search to be more extensive and find his green stuff,
It is for
or
my
to tell the
granddaughter.
soldiers to
I
fuck
have been
off so that
saving
they
from my
can
own
do a lot
allowance.
better.
We can't do anything. We had a tip about your stock.
It only gets worse from here. Happy New Year to
Commence the
Down with the
search.
Government.
Check
Yes.
there.
Exactly right.
This is so unfair. I earned this. Saved my wages.
Yeah, I hate it. I'm not gonna be a
But
dick
we
today.
follow the rules.
Honestly,
I found the cash,
know
sir.
it.
He does have some.
I can't
Not too much here, though.
Oh yeah,
My
I'll tell him to
granddaughter
fuck
is
off.
sick.
No worries
She
there.
needs that.
Sure, your granddaughter. I bet it's going to the market.
Colonel, tell them, please. You know it's true.
Sir, this...
Enough. We're only confiscating the excess stock.
We'll do the good one.
But, sir, I will have to report everything.
Take this to HQ and report that stopping the search was my decision.
Yes, sir.
Look, I'm sorry. I know you didn't have a choice.
Yeah, I've seen the bad
For
one.
leaving me, son.
I'm sorry too.
It's
You
awful.
were right about choice, though.
When you do the bad
Nobody had it.
playthrough, they shoot him in the fucking head, and his kid's nowhere to be
Don't
found.
mention it.
Thank you, Slava.
Yeah, I've done the bad one, but since there's no bad or good ending to this DLC, I don't feel like it matters as much.
It was calculated properly, and you're short. Pay the rest.
Look, officer, think about it. Where am I supposed to get so much? You took all the green stuff from the people.
Yeah, the bad one is
betrayed this
horrible.
day, and you
It's
saddled me
extremely
with a
painful to
counterfeit
watch.
logo.
It like makes
Put
me not
yourself
even want
in
to
my
fight for
shoes. I
anything.
have a
At least
code
in this
as well,
way you can
and
go out
nobody
with some
cares
fucking
how
dignity.
I'm gonna meet it.
That's the way I view it.
Quota schmota, I can't just wish for more green stuff to appear out of thin air.
I love this part where you kind of
And you can
intervene.
tell your superiors that.
Colonel, sir.
At ease. Lieutenant, I think we must make do with what we have.
Yep.
I understand, Colonel, sir.
You are dismissed.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. You saved me. He had me by the throat.
Yeah,
I
that's
kept explaining
kind of
that
how it
nothing
was,
worked. I'm so glad
unfortunately,
you just
Istamal.
happened to be passing by.
That's the most unfortunate part about it all, is that it feels like you can't make a super big difference, but
She is dead.
oh fuck.
Dead?
This dude whose wife was always arguing with him. That shit is awful.
She had a heart problem.
So his
Always
wife that
worried
was
about
scolding him to be
things,
better died.
About children, my drinking.
Especially since Kirill's probably friends with his daughter.
I'm
Yep,
sorry to hear
they
that.
were buddies.
I never knew she died.
They're like extended family in a way.
Could I borrow some from you, please? I need some green stuff. I'm in mourning.
Wow.
Can't you see what's going on? I don't have any myself.
That
Nobody
sucks.
has, really. Oscom takes it all from everyone. I
Yep.
can only give you my condolences and nothing else, really.
Oh, it is all because of you. You people. You destroyed my whole life.
Yeah, it wasn't me, bud.
You people killed her, you did.
Wow. Should be another journal around here. Ah, right there. Letter. This is the one I missed before. Maybe if you didn't drink as much, you could have known about the green stuff, ass. Yeah. Yeah, I feel sorry for him, though, because he's already got a problem with alcoholism, which is no joke. And he's going through losing his lady. Like, that's hell. Boris. Letter says, Boris, if you get any losers bringing you Oscom receipts instead of green stuff, tell them all to get bent. Yes, those are official receipts stamped and signed, and they promise to pay it all back, but do you believe them even for a second? They're just robbing suckers blind. My joint is full of losers at the moment. Each had a box or two appropriated tops. At first, I thought I'd take this... God damn it, I'm not reading this right. My joint is full of losers at the moment. Each had a box or two expropriated tops. At first, I thought I'd take the slips at half value and make a nice buck. But then Baldy arrives with a slip for 2 ampules. So now either they pay in real green stuff or go fuck themselves. As for these slips, they only seem to be good for wiping ass. Misha. So the guy we just spoke to is Boris. And the dude up in the bar is Misha. Those two, this guy's a merchant. The other guy's, he owns a bar and runs it. So, restaurant, really. He owns a restaurant. So yeah, good thing. Because I hate when I miss letters like this and playthroughs like this. Alright, this soldier's not going to say anything to us. The situation here is pretty fucking dire, though. Listen to this conversation.
Something must be done. We've got nothing there. These fat cats are having a ball.
They're doing something. Taking all the green stuff to share it.
Wow.
Share it, then? They're gonna hog it all.
You keep saying that I'm just a dirty whiner and that everything will be fine.
Ooh.
Do you still think it will?
Of course. We are in a tight spot, true, but you've got to look at the bright side.
Where? Where do you even see that bright side?
Everybody's frantically freaking out. It shows how good the game is made since it makes the letters and notes look like they're part of a scenery rather than a collectible. I know, and I appreciate that.
The last time we had some green
I
stuff
kind of
supply
liked how
problems, you
the
also
old
shouted the
Metro
sky was falling,
2033
didn't
and
you?
Last Light
You certainly
games,
did.
the journals looked like
And the last time
old
before, you were in an
Soviet
abject panic.
manual pamphlets in a way.
5 years ago,
The way
too.
they
You
changed
remember
them up
that?
was good, but I kind of
It
miss
was
the
all
OG
sorted out
way.
every time.
Well, I made a few mistakes, but I was right in principle.
So many
After
conversations.
all, none of you think there's actually an endless supply of green stuff, do you? So, One day, it's bound to run dry.
Right, they only made so much and then they ran
They're
out.
under martial law. But I
Martial
will
law,
answer
there it
even
is
so.
again.
The people at the top aren't dumber than you. They must have a plan.
Yep.
So, we will get over this. You'll see.
Pretty fucking awful. Whew. There's a kid in here that's sick. Crying woman. There's probably like a nursery in this area. Can't go up here. This is where the celebration was. Which is horrible to think about, really. Oh, man. Look at the gondola is about to leave. The train is about to leave.
Saw that?
Sure, he went cuckoo from a dirty station, I gather. Or the depot.
A lot of hidden dialogue to see.
Swimming in green stuff here, that dumbass.
How can you put it like this?
I can put it even harder. They shouldn't even let this rabble in here, much less give them handouts.
Wow.
Shh, shh. They'll hear you.
Right.
I mean, Colonel Khlebnikov is not the kind of character canonically, just from what I see and think, both right, that would take shit from people if he could help it. He's going to avoid that if he can. He doesn't want to be that guy.
Hello, Colonel, sir. Glad to see you back. I'm sorry for the mess here, but the refugees just keep coming in. The dirty stations have it real tough. The general ordered they are kept here for the moment. Then we'll pass them on.
I see. Thank you, Sergeant.
I don't know what's going on with her baby there. I don't know if it's alive. These kids are playing. That one kid's got like a monkey mask on or something. There's the infamous teddy bear. I own that teddy bear. Legitimately, the toy looks like that. All the faces and stuff they're drawing. How some kids' drawings are kind of hard to make out to what they're actually meant to be. Situation here is pretty fucked up. And when you come back here, seeing all the bodies, it's horrible. Yep, we're going back to Kirill and Slava's home.
Oscom, open up! Hello there, Private. I'm completely drained. Kirill? All right, Private. Tell me what's going on.
Nothing. I just don't want
Wow.
You don't want what?
to be a private. And I don't want to be an Oscom anymore.
Right. Please elaborate on that.
I went to Sibirskaya, and I saw the soldiers taking green stuff from people. One traitor, when I give it to them.
Imagine all the ghosts that you see after. Yeah, I
took all the
know.
green stuff anyway.
My favorite scene I told you about last time is about
This
to
is
happen.
just
Yay.
Unacceptable. First thing tomorrow,
Yes.
I'm going to get their names.
You said Oscom protects people, but you just take their green stuff away. Why?
It's
Yeah,
not
the
easy.
transition scene, right,
We're
Andres?
short on green
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why we
That's
must take from those
they did
who have lots
amazingly
of
with it. It's
and
so
give to those
perfect.
who don't have enough. Or else the rich would just sit on their stock while the poor would
Absolutely.
all die. Could you call that fair?
Not at all. Of course I couldn't call that fair.
Right. Of course, those who we take from aren't happy, but there's no other way, you see?
Yeah, if I had all my green stuff taken, I wouldn't be happy about that. But I understand now.
Good. Still, those soldiers were wrong. I'll make sure they are punished, and then they'll have to go and apologize.
Wow.
Yes, make them. They must apologize.
Different endings for how you treat
Great.
people, too.
Speaking of green stuff, it's time we gave you a shot, so give me your arm.
All right.
The workbench.
Done.
Here's your scene, Andres. Love it. Those are good little containers to not break. Huh. As soon as it hits the cobblestone flooring there, the glass makes that sound it would make when in contact with a hard surface. God, it's so fucking cool. It is. It's a really cool transition. I was honestly hoping that we would get to play as Miller in this part, but we already saw this version of, you know, the Novosibirsk Metro. This picture in itself is great. That's why I made it the thumbnail for the stream.
Kirill, Mueller here. Do you read? Over.
Those bodies, that's terrifying. Terrifying.
I hear static too. I'm entering Sibirskaya. Was this where the last battle happened? Over.
Yeah, I really wanted it.
I only know of it from Father's words.
Play as him during this, just to see more of the Metro that maybe Artyom didn't get to see. It would have been amazing, personally. Tell me about it. I wanted to play as Miller so bad. Yeah, this part's pretty intense.
Dad, do you really have to go? We didn't rest at all.
The rioters are advancing. There's no time for rest.
Rioters? Tell me, Dad. If we, Oscar, are protecting people, why lie to them?
Yeah, there's some soldiers in the background.
You've grown up, Private, and I'm none the wiser. So let's have a grown-up talk. Should we tell the truth? Of course. But life is a complex thing. In the hands of our enemies, truth may be dangerous. We must carefully choose who we can entrust with it and who we cannot. The command sees the whole picture and makes decisions. However unpleasant those decisions might be sometimes, they are still necessary. The command thinks about everyone, while the civilians only think about themselves. That is why the truth that might scare them must be kept secret, for their own good. Do you understand that?
I do.
He's trying to help them understand.
This is a scary way of thinking.
There are a lot of scary things in life. Yet, I brought you up well. You are strong and brave. You can take it. All right, time to go. You get home and don't step out or let anyone in until I'm back. It's an order.
Yes, Colonel, sir.
Sergeant, walk him home.
Yes, sir. Let's go, Kirill.
Fuck, this is sad.
Right. Good luck, Dad.
Yeah, exactly.
Good luck, son.
Following orders got them both hurt. I like that he is essentially treating this. He's equipped like a paratrooper. I also really appreciate, we won't leave this area yet because I'm pretty sure there's a journal in this area we need to pick up. We get this and a shotgun, right? Yep. I always edit my guns though here because I like longer barrels. Just looking at the armory, listening to the fire going on in the background. Isn't there a map that we can access? I don't know. Cool how the DLC ties to the main game as well. Yes, it really is. They did a good job of doing it too. Ammunition. Our shotgun. We'll equip it better. I don't need a fancy scope, personally. I like iron sights on my ass shot. We'll do a green laser, however. Green laser. High capacity magazine extended. I like that there's a smaller magazine. That's pretty cool. Do a traditional magazine. There's all kinds of barrels. I do the standard barrel usually. Yeah. And then you have different options for your gun. That looks so fucking sweet. We'll do this. I like this one because it makes it look like a legitimate Kalashnikov. It has a folding stock. It looks like. I don't think I ever noticed that. Alright. I personally, for the next game, hope more customization for weapons, ability to turn off the laser, alongside of also updates to stealth, ability to carry a body to a discrete location, etc. Oh yeah, for sure. I completely agree with that. I love this part because there is a light. Oh, you can hear screaming in the distance. But yeah, there's a light that is so creepy, that there's this light kind of beckoning over the power switch that Miller hit. Really spooky, honestly. Nothing else can be done here. I really need something to keep cats from walking on keyboards. Well, yeah. There's a dude on the table. Oh my god, if you look at him carefully, guys, you'll see that he actually looks to be one of those dead NPCs, but he's moving. He's got a very skeletal looking face. Got lucky, she didn't press enter. Oh, this guy's fucked up. That's horrible. The sound effects here are very similar. There's another note. Another note right now. Praying. Wow. Another note, guys. Investigation report. To USCOM Special Department Investigator. Paraplegic. YI. Even cursory examination of the body has revealed classic symptoms of medium severity radiation sickness in most of the riders. Hemorrhages, atrophic lesions of skin, and mucous membranes. Hair loss, etc. Judging by the severity of the symptoms, they stopped taking the radio protector over a month ago. It's impossible to narrow it down even more, though. As to do that, I need to know the stations where they've been spending most of their time during that period. I deem conducting autopsies necessary, as I simply do not have enough personnel available. Unnecessary, he says, so he wouldn't do the autopsies they requested. Head of Medical Department, Bondare AV. I saw shadows on the bed. Did you? Yep. Yes, you did. It's fucked up. The bodies that are wrapped. It's pretty fucked up. This doctor is just examining this corpse of this Oscom soldier. This dude's legs were all fucked up. But yep, you did. For those of you that haven't seen the shadows on the bed, there they are. Pretty scary, really. Shadow people. Something pretty unique to the Metro games, in my opinion. There's another wrapped body. Oh. Petrovich is up ahead. Because we did the good thing for him, he's here.
I'm sorry about that. I know you had no choice. Had I said nothing, they would have never believed they found
Water
the
under
door.
the bridge. Neither I nor you had a choice in this, Petrovich. Good luck to you two. See you on the train.
Thank you.
See, this is good, though. Petrovich is actively serving to help the military of Oscom.
Hello, Colonel, sir.
Some could argue that that's a very good thing, right? And his kid's alright because he had stock saved up to get to this point where now it seems like they're kind of serving the military to help. That's why they have resources. I don't think there's anything else we could change here. Full on ammunition. The only thing we could do differently is do an extended magazine or a high capacity magazine. We're gonna do a regular one though. Yeah, it does look really cool that he was gonna do it all stealth-wise. I just prefer the regular. So right here is a very important area because if you actually press your soldiers to search Petrovich back there's room more thoroughly, he'll be here. And this asshole here shoots him. You see him. You see him shoot him. So yeah, those guys, of course they get shot, but you actually see Petrovich get murdered because of your actions. Because they found that he was hoarding stuff.
Oh, don't stand around. Man the defenses.
Yes, sir.
There's an old Gatling. Here we go, guys. I wish I could man this big gun now. Alright, we'll have to get more ammunition.
Listen here. The engineers are all down, but the charges are set. We have to reach the detonation device and use it.
Engineers are all down, so the fight's so bad that the guys setting the charges are all fucking dead. Horrible. Yeah, all these crispy bodies, all these people that have been horribly burned in this fight. Nice. Yep, a lot of different Kalashnikovs down here. It is indeed a lot of damage. Yep. Yeah, the rebels are wearing like face masks and shit. They just keep masks on at all times to try and limit the level of toxicity that their bodies are taking in. And that's just horrible in itself. Of course, you have the Oscum soldiers with you. Nothing flex tape can't fix. That's right.
Lieutenant, I'll take the detonator. Give me cover.
Yes, sir.
Oh my god, that's horrible. Let your soldiers get in position.
Attention! Covering fire for the Colonel. No saving ammo.
Roger that! Kill them all!
Of course, you can go up here. There are Oscum soldiers, rebel fighters, ammunition. And then you get to see the Panzer. Cool part is on this part right here, there's the Panzer. They took out the railroad Panzer and then they just start storming. I think I took a shot intended for the NPC. How many rebels are there? Well, the Oscom soldiers and fighters are just guards, so do a comparison of like military per civilian population, and then you'll have your kind of answer. There are indeed way more rebels than there are Oscom fighters. That much is for sure.
Covering fire for the Colonel. No saving ammo.
Roger that!
There we go. Pretty sure you have to move. Some of the assailants you can't really hit. Dude, we got a little cannon on it, dude. If it almost feels like if we hadn't lost that, we would have done a lot better.
We've got you covered, sir. Get the detonator.
Got it. Headed to the detonator. Did you see that dude with the laser? Yeah, some of the rebels are better equipped. When a colonel does the job a lieutenant or sergeant would do. Oh yeah, he's a badass. Holy shit. I've heard of colonels that would actually be at the front doing stuff. Oh yeah, there were even some in American history that would. Woo! What a hellacious time. Well, old colonels from the older wars. I think that people will be surprised, right? As far as history is concerned. Look at that, dude. These guys are just walking around. I mean, it seems to me like they threw everything they had. And that kind of gives you a pretty good overhead guideline of the situation, rather, of the rebel invasion of the Oscom perimeter.
Come in, HQ. Khlebnikov here.
HQ here.
One charge didn't work.
Damn. Fall back to Sibirskaya and stop them there. I've got no one else to rely on.
Roger that. Over and out.
Jesus Christ.
Colonel, sir! They blew the airlock and are coming down from the surface!
Trying to make sure I don't run out of ammo. I feel like you would gather your soldiers as best you could. Not going good. Oh yeah, older. I imagine they were more in the front right now, so the colonel's much more backline. Sure, making sure people do their jobs. This colonel is generally more well versed. Oh boy. I feel like there's a note here. They're defending really well, but if you stay back like closer to where the rebels are pouring in, you'll get shot just like I did. My ass got hamburgered.
Come in, HQ. Khlebnikov here.
HQ here.
I like that the antenna will actually wiggle. Oh.
Fall back to Sibirskaya and stop them there. I've got no one else to rely on.
Roger that. Over and out.
This part kind of sucks. All these soldiers that would have been so useful right now.
Colonel, sir, they blew the airlock and are coming down from the surface.
I don't get why he died though. Alright, let's go up here again. Unless we miss any journals, but...
I'm out! Falling back!
I forgot that they got him. This part's pretty bad. Yep, you heard him. Open us up.
Why are there so many of them?
Did you hear that, soldier guys? Why are there so many of them? It's as if all the other dirty stations are working together. Basically, the Oscom HQ was fighting every other station in the Novosibirsk line. Ridiculous. Andres, your profile picture is different now. It just says A. That's weird. Are we talking about food now? I want McDonald's now. Gosh dang nabbit. F. Should we put your ass on a Big Mac? I died like 5 times here for refusing to fall back. Yeah, I didn't want to fall back either. I mean, you can kind of hang tight with this soldier, but you can't go back. You know what I mean? Yep, they're pushing the soldiers back. They're using brute force, numbers, firepower. They're using everything, really. Shots. Yep. Soldier bled out right here. It's awful.
Hold them here! To the last man! There won't be any reinforcements! It's either us or them!
You heard him. Did you see that guy? Come on, baby. Heavy gunner. Come the rockets. The rockets always ruin everything. I've got 2 Google accounts. One I use for YouTube Advanced. Didn't trust it with my login. Major Last Light vibes from this. Yeah, same here. Especially with those rockets. Siege of Sparta and all that good stuff. Oh yeah, it's a massacre. This part's horrible. You can tell that there's fighting in the background, like there are soldiers that are cut off fighting. Yep, and here come the Oscom soldiers saving your ass. These are your guys.
Can you walk, sir?
What's going on?
Gas! Bastards! They're using gas!
I hate this part so much.
Everyone! Gas! It's gas!
Hold on, sir. I'll help. Just hold on.
Like, what I like is you can tell these soldiers aren't evil people. They're literally doing their function, but the leadership went sour. And the leadership above leadership was bad. What do you do at that point? You have a bad infrastructure. The people revolted. They didn't know what else to do. Should have been honest from the get-go. And then, of course, General Tullia shoots one of the, pretty much the last Oskam soldier surviving, and executes the rest.
Operation successful. Pawns are all dealt with. Ready for evacuation.
You fucker.
What do you mean?
And hearing Khlebnikov that upset, that angry, kind of unheard of.
What's going on?
We're covering evacuation.
Evacuation? But you just killed everyone! Soldiers, civilians! Nobody left to evacuate!
God damn it.
Slava, there's only enough green stuff left to evacuate the leadership. Everyone else is doomed. Gas was used just to cut the agony short.
So you knew it! You knew it all along, you motherfucker!
I like that they added some actual solid popping noises for the punches.
What difference does it make now? They made a mistake leaving me. Petrov! The fuckers left without us. Get Seryoga on the line now. What? Dead? Seryoga?
They killed his kid. I mean, everybody went down miserably.
Listen to me. There's an RPG in the gun cabinet. Get it and rush to the old crossroads.
I wish that we could have, I don't know, spoken to the general about this.
What do we do now?
Whatever. I had enough. So long, Slava.
Holy shit, dude. That part's awful. Oh my god. What are you supposed to do? Yep, your character, Khlebnikov, was a good dude. There's Kirill.
Dad! Uncle Tullia?
I actually kind of like the punching, but yeah, you're right.
Don't look there.
I'm sorry I broke your order. There was a shooting at the station. That it don't quiet.
Oh, you meant the general?
I was worried.
Well, Khlebnikov's name is Slava in this.
I told you earlier.
Kind of seems like more of a nickname.
Who should be told the truth and who should not? Forget it. It's not for us to decide. And if you're being fooled, it's never for your own good. That's why he's dead.
I understand.
Yeah.
Good.
I think it's great, and they got better with this one.
Let's go home, son.
I like that they play Race Against Fate here as kind of like a call out to the end, where they were trying their best to figure some shit out, right? Colonel Miller. Yeah. Yes, it does. You are right, Axel.
Kirill, Miller here. I'm at the bunker entrance.
Roger that, Colonel. You'll be off the grid inside.
This music is so good. Now their soundtrack music is top.
Miller,
it's the GOAT. Like when we were driving. Oh my god, the first time I drove.
Pine, this is Older.
They missed them by a month. If we had gotten here sooner, they probably could have found Khlebnikov and worked together. That's the biggest thing that breaks my heart.
Don't know how long. When is the next scheduled radio contact?
God, that fucking sucks.
The battery?
Sucks.
The door?
I'm eating the liver too. It's You're in the slime, and I don't go to the dirty stations ever. Dad, fill out the whole cheat sheet for me. I'm reading off it now.
You do just that. Reading helps you remember. That's all, Pine. I'm going offline.
Roger that, Older. Over and out.
Pine, come in. Over.
Pine here. Over.
I love you, son. A whole lot.
I love you too, Dad.
And I want you to eat that liver without fail. Over and out.
He will eat that liver. I love it. Wow. Down to the Institute we go, guys. Back to our flamethrower, boys and girls. A lot more journals to collect, too. Stream is not quite over yet. Dragon X, I completely agree with you. Says, this is sad. If they pushed through a month earlier, they would have been here, and I'd even argue the outcome would be different. I think Khlebnikov would be on the Aurora with them when they left Novosibirsk. Yeah, there's Oscom soldiers down here. We'll read this journal.
Oscom soldiers, you have accepted a mission of absolute secrecy and utmost importance. To recover a map.
We got the journal. We'll read it in a second.
Of radioactive pollution from the satellite communication center's archive. Circumstantial data suggests that special attention must be paid to maps detailing Lake Baikal. So far, our efforts have been consistently proving fruitless. But now, you must be successful, no matter the cost.
Oh, yeah.
I can't disclose the ultimate goal of this search at the moment, but I'll have you know that lives of all the Metro dwellers depend on it. This tape will self-destruct in 5 seconds. Good luck, gentlemen.
Yep. So it won't play again. Alright, guys. Off we go. Seems like a layout of the building. This is, in fact, a map of this level. It kind of tells you which way you can go. Push that. What the hell? Go across. Yeah, that's a map of a part coming up. Resources in every corner, if you pay attention. Which is easy to miss. There we go. Like these little boxes here. Axel, me and you are going to have to get in a chat at some point, or I'm going to have to DM you at some point, because I'm looking to get some really cool Soviet-esque art. Don't think me crazy or anything, guys, but I really am a big fan of Soviet art. From, I mean, there's so many, because we were talking last time on one of those streams, you said that Easter egg, this right here, yeah. Yep. Kind of, in a way. I think it's more to represent the facility in itself, but it also might be a blueprint. I was looking here to see if there's anything hidden. Yep. There's a lot of hidden posters and stuff like that. And notes that say don't fuck with my shit, which is hilarious too. Maps. Now if we look at the collectibles, we've collected all of them but 2, so we're doing good. I think the remainder of them are actually Stalker's diaries, so.
All personnel are to evacuate the complex.
Okay. Looks like one. Yeah, it does. Here's a good question for you guys. For the true Slavs of the chat. Yeah, here's another map. Redbeard. It's in a different color. Does anybody know what this means? Written in red for us. If anybody knows what that means, let me know. Dragon X says, I do think if they arrived earlier, Miller would have survived. Khlebnikov knows the facility and the area better, hence they would find the cure sooner. Yeah, and they had a lot more supplies to work together, I think. If anything, they could have just killed the blind ones with the superior firepower. Euclid. Yes, Nathan. Go ahead. I am awaiting your response, sir. Meantime, I'll just collect more flame ammunition. Well, look who it is. Lovely of you to stop by, my dear. Lady! Yeah, we're mostly through this playthrough, V. You guys look right here. You'll actually see no Saluses down there moving around. It's easy to miss. Yeah, they do that on purpose with the lighting. And then the light goes out. Ugh. It's so good. I fell asleep. What'd I miss? A lot of death. What would you change in the game? DLCs, if anything, that is. What would I change? I love these questions. First thing I would change is, honestly, I would have been okay if the Two Colonels DLC was twice as long. That sounds crazy. I would have paid more for it. I wanted to see more of the Novosibirsk Metro. I wanted to have more of that vibe and feeling and exploring hidden corridors and forgotten realms of the game. I just would have had it been longer, but I do think that for a DLC, it was pretty well fleshed out. I thought they did a very good job with it and Colonel Khlebnikov's character. I do like that with Khlebnikov, they also don't show his face much like Artyom's. So I like that, but he's thought to be bald because for the Xbox, the achievement on Xbox One for the Two Colonels you can get, shows Colonel Miller facing kind of towards the screen and Khlebnikov is behind him facing away and he's bald. So it kind of is the only visual clue we have for that. But yeah, anyways, random facts aside, I would definitely change the length of that. I like the slime segment. I like that it actually took a little bit of time to get through it to show what you have to do, like what they had to do in their daily lives when dealing with this biomass that keeps growing into their facilities. I love that there's a roar and a shadow and it's just a little rat. That's too funny. Too fucking funny. That is comedy gold. Crispy rat. Wow. There are lockers in here. This area is actually safe to walk around freely, this first part of it.
All personnel are to evacuate the complex immediately. All personnel are to evacuate the complex immediately. Attention. Reactor biological...
There are even beds up here, so...
All personnel are to evacuate the complex immediately.
Oh, you get some deep questions. Oh, but let me finish with Dragon X's. Axel, have a good day, sir. I just saw your... Well, you just posted it. Thanks for stopping by the stream, dude. I always appreciate the support and everything. Next week, we'll start Sam's story. So, by all means, leave your opinions on times if there'll be a better time to start. I'm trying to match it for all of you. You're closer to my time zone, Axel, but for a lot of our friends in different parts of Europe and beyond. So, let me know, dude. Hope you have a good day. If only Mickey D's would bring back the raps. I agree. But to further answer your question, Dragon X, sorry to put your question on the back burner there for a second. I would just change the length of the Two Colonels DLC, but for the... That was unnerving. Do you hear that noise? What the fuck? It's the Nosaluses. They're very angry. And hungry. They hungry. But no,
All personnel personnel are to evacuate the complex immediately. Biological shielding compromised. Initiating reactor shutdown. Attention. Reactor containment.
Oh boy. Nice, I'll be there. Yep, hope to see you there, dude. We may do an earlier time at noon if that would be better for everybody. Just let me know, everybody that's here. You guys are the active viewers, after all.
Reactor containment failure. Reserve power.
All right, so to further answer the question, that DLC, no. Sam's story I liked. I thought it was really, really good. I wouldn't change anything with Sam's story, personally. There were some bugs in Sam's story that have been fixed, like radiation is, if good, if not a bit late. We can do noon my time if you want to set it forward 2 more hours. I'm totally fine with that because it's Saturday. I'm off anyways, and I get up early. Nathan Nichols said, Euclid, what made you want to be a YouTuber? Kind of cheesy, but it was a multitude of things. I like video games, but I like to talk to people about them, and I like the social aspect of them. Please don't make it later. No, I meant make it forward, like I would go forward to, so instead of 2 my time, it would be 12 my time. So it'd be 2 hours earlier. I won't make it later, don't worry about that. But yeah, what made me want to be a YouTuber was a few things. Back when I was still in law enforcement, and I would take lunch breaks on my, I can say this now, this is the best part. You guys may or may not know this, but police officers have computers in their car that they use to run license plates and stuff. This is relevant, I promise. Well, on that computer, also known as an MDT, I would watch YouTube on my lunch breaks. I would stop somewhere, get some food, and pull off somewhere where I knew I couldn't be approached from a hidden angle in my cruiser, my police cruiser, and I would watch Markiplier. And this was years and years ago, back when, you know, Outlast was still his big game, and he was playing a lot of survival horror games. He was more heavily into survival horror games, and I just really liked his audience and his interactions with people. Well, Markiplier himself also made a video where people were asking him, how do I become a YouTuber like you? How do I do this? Well, I never found myself asking other people that because I always felt like I would be disappointed in myself if I didn't figure it out myself. But he did say something in that video that I did choose to watch where he said, you have to earn it. You have to put in time. You have to talk to people. You got to do your best not to neglect the people that support you. And he's right. That's spooky. That made it seem like there was something coming out of there. But yeah, he was completely right. You have to give people the time of day. If they choose to be around you, you need to also adhere to their schedules a little bit, which is what I'm at least trying to do. I know I can always do better, and I'll continue to try and do better. But until that time, you know, we're just going to keep doing what we do now. I started becoming a YouTuber because I really looked up to content creators like Markiplier and Jacksepticeye, but even smaller ones as well that have since quit. And I don't want to be one of those people. I've been doing this for 5 years, and just recently started streaming, and I think streaming is more my strong suit personally. So, okay. But yeah, Andres, to preface on that, hopefully that answer was good, Nathan. I'm not hitting the switch yet because Nosalises will attack, and I want to answer these questions because they're good questions. Dragon X says, also, one more thing I love about this DLC is that there's no flashlight. Only light source is the flamethrower's little flame. Yeah, the pilot light. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. It was before you showed up, actually. That the pilot light is your only... This is the only DLC / part of the Metro games where the protagonist doesn't have a flashlight, but has to rely on the illumination of his pilot light from the flamethrower to see. You also said, I have to ask if you're all good to answer. What made you become a cop and what made you exactly retire? Well, I didn't retire because I quit years ago. In 2013, I went to a local police academy in the place where me and Darth Redbeard are from. And I became a police officer, one, because I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do in my future, to be honest with you. I went to college, didn't really like that, to be honest with you. I do think about going back sometimes for certifications and stuff regarding IT. However, I didn't enjoy it. Became a police officer because I really liked what they stood for. My stepfather was a paramedic and firefighter, and now he's a chief. So lights and sirens kind of run in my family in a way. So, and I always like the thought of helping people. I'm serious. I really like the thought of helping people. What made me retire is that I knew that I had a future in IT somewhere. I knew that I had the mind for it. I enjoyed working on things. And And law enforcement got old after a while. And to be completely honest with you, without giving up too much detail, I didn't like seeing people get hurt. And after 5 years of it, I was only a police officer for 5 years, I decided to step back, and I gave my department a 7-month notice. I had already lined up another job. I knew that I was moving. I had a plan, and I moved up there at that time. It was very exhausting, but I also noticed that when I was an officer, different people are built differently. And what I can tell you guys is that I was not happy doing it. It wasn't, I wanted to create things. And at that time I was serving and protecting, and I enjoyed it. And there are parts of it that I do miss, like working midnight shift and the really good guys and gals that I worked with. I do miss them every day, but no. Darth Redbeard says, hopefully that answers your question, Dragon X. Darth Redbeard says, and you can still catch those idiots that sped through our intersection. Oh yeah, speeding was something that I cited for the most, but I did give a lot of warnings. I actually got in trouble for giving way too many warnings, but our whole department was pretty chill. Rio Village was very chill. Andre says, sad how you had to hide as a cop to not be ambushed. Yeah, I just wanted to be smart. I understand people's criticism of police officers, though. Let's be real. Some cops are fucking assholes. So, Nathan said, Euclid, never give up on YouTube. To me, you're the best YouTuber. Never forget that, my brother. You're being way too nice, and I appreciate it. That does mean quite a lot, coming from someone that took the time to watch my stream. This is something I really enjoy. It's an amazing hobby, and I can't say much more than that. But for now, I say we burn some fucking Nasalises. We're probably standing in the best area to avoid getting surrounded.
System reboot preparation is 20% complete.
Now they start showing up. They do this bullshit thing ever since the first games where they can hop sideways really quickly to avoid your gunfire. Yeah, my brother-in-law's a trooper. Oh, well. Good thing is we can burn through this area.
You have accepted a mission of absolute secrecy and utmost importance. To recover a map of a region with tolerable levels of radioactive pollution.
Dragon X says, you're definitely down to earth. Only YouTuber that I watch play Metro without screaming at the screen because they didn't do the most obvious thing to do. Thank you. Oh yeah, I worked in a college town as well, so there were a lot of people that made mistakes, but I would argue they weren't really bad mistakes. Because of some laws in my state in the United States, which my state is Ohio, are pretty strict. It was a good state to be a gun owner and a good state to live if you wanted to protect yourself and your family or gun rights in general, but we won't get started on that. But also a bad state because a lot of shit that I think shouldn't be illegal is still illegal. So like catch kids smoking and shit and then make them stomp their shit out. Like, let's just avoid this because they could lose their scholarship. We're talking athletes and shit that had scholarships that came from nothing. They were really poor, and I was like, I had a pretty decent upbringing, so I was like, wouldn't it be kind of fucked up if I cited this kid, his coach found out, he lost his scholarship? No, I'm not doing that. Fuck that. I got in trouble for it once. I didn't get written up, but I did get scolded for it, for cutting a kid a break. But that kid ended up graduating with honors, so I was like, I had a talk with my lieutenant at the time. I was like, I think it was worth it. I'd do it again. He just laughed. Like, I think you, he's like, I'm sure you would, man. That's scary. I don't know. A lot of things you could do. I swear every third person in the U.S. was a cop. It feels like it at least. Well, you know what, to be honest with you, and I'm not even trying to be mean, a lot of people say they were a cop and they really weren't. I got the pictures and documentation to prove it, brother. But a lot of people want to be a cop here. I think there's an honor in it that a lot of people are chasing, but a lot of them get disappointed. I wasn't disappointed, but I did eventually grow tired of the job and the dangers, and I miss kind of having friends. Because Because people would avoid you. People unfriended me on social media when I became an officer in 2013, and it sucked. What are you gonna do though? But yeah, down to earth. To me, that's one of the biggest compliments any man or woman can get, is being down to earth. I helped these kids out, and I wasn't a lot older than a lot of these kids going to this school, so
Reactor containment failure.
you know, they did listen to me, and they followed our advice, and we were able to help a lot of them get through school. College is hard, and it's expensive here in the States. It's too expensive. It's criminally expensive. Or at least a soldier or vet. Yeah, there's a lot of military. Well, do you know why? Andres, the reason there's so many military, maybe state issued or government issued police officers or whatever, is because our college is so expensive, and a lot of people want to do something that involves needing a college degree. And the only way to pay off college without paying for 30 plus years is to go to the military, because they'll cover it for you. They'll pay for your college after you serve for so many years. So the U.S. has a lot of patriotic people, but a lot of those patriots are also doing it, not to demise or talk badly about them, but they'll tell you themselves they're doing it so that they don't end up in debt for the next 25 years. It's a good country to live in. You have the amenities, the medical care, but you're gonna fucking pay. You're gonna pay for it. DragonX says there are some bad cops, no doubt about that, but adding a label to everyone, like you being unfollowed or unfriended because they're a cop, became a cop opinion, is shitty. Yeah, it sucked. But, you know, I was proud of what I did, and it also showed how they were as a person, like their character, right? Alright, we're gonna use these explosive barrels to our advantage. Let's pump this shit up before they show up. We do have the guy that automatically puts air in our ship for us, so that's good. Right, we're already running.
System reboot preparation. 6%
See that shit he just pulled? That weird wall jumping bullshit? I hate that.
8% complete.
In my opinion, that jumping shit they do is dumb as fuck. Ooh, not the whole family that time. Oh, fuck me, dude!
Initiating reactor shutdown. Attention, reactor
All right, let's reload. Yep, they do fuck off after a moment, though, which is good. Very good. Oh, who cares about social media? All it does is tear people apart and censor. Yeah, I agree, Redbeard. I wish I did go into the military, at least the Guard. You're still young enough that you can if you want to, dude. That's completely up to you. As long as it presents itself well with your family life and decisions, right? I like how these guys are still crisping in the background. It's hilarious. I'm from the UK, in debt with student loans for the next 30 years. Are you? Right, because university is limited, right? It's not all free forever. I don't know. Do a lot of people there serve in the military to pay off their student loans? Do they have plans for them? I know that America and people from the UK deal with a lot of the same bullshit, though, and they don't realize it. DragonX says, very true, Darth, for sure. There's some good moments, but definitely some bad ones as well. Yeah. Nathan says, I used to have 2 dogs. One died ever since she died. I had a rain cloud on my head. You, Euclid, took that rain cloud and made it into sunshine. Aww. Thank you. I appreciate that. It feels good to, like... if that is genuine, and I'm hoping that it is... Sorry, I'm just so used to people not being genuine. But that makes me feel really good. It's nice to feel like this stream and the community have a bit of a soul about them. Do I have a dog? No, I do not. Darth Redbird says, annoying monkeys. Talking about these guys here, the Saluses. He says, I'm a fat fucker. No way the guard will take me. You gotta lose the weight, dude. But that's up to you. Like I said, if you wanted to go, you would go. But you don't want to go, and that's fine. You know what I mean? Like, don't down yourself. Like, put yourself down. I never joined the military, and I quit being in law enforcement. People I worked with didn't like that to a degree, but they knew why, and they wished me well. But yeah, no, I don't have a dog. I actually had a couple cats. But I like both. To preface cats and dogs, I grew up with both.
All personnel to evacuate the complex immediately.
You're an asshole. Die. Right, let's get away. There they go. Andre says, no, I don't think so. The U.S. isn't unique with not having public funded universities, but people don't realize it. Well, I'm not saying it's unique. All I was saying, Andres, was from my perspective. I can't speak on behalf of other countries. I just know that that is a big reason why a lot of people serve in the military in the U.S. That's what I meant, so, to preface. There's resources in here. Anybody know what that says? By chance? Pretty sure there's another flamethrower upgrade here soon. Big monkey coming soon. Yeah, the blind one. Scary as shit. Oh well. The SUV-CW, Sons of Union Veterans of Civil War, is as close as it's getting. I'm okay with that. I'm an old-fashioned trying to get 3 shots in a minute off. That's right. I think you're a historian at heart. You always were, though. That's a good thing, too. I am, too. Oh, God, that's a chunk of meat. It's like they ate their own. It's gross. I always miss those lockers, unfortunately. All right, let's do some work. Yeah, we'll find the big tank soon. Automatic pneumatic system. Which we already had, which is useful as hell. How much fuel do we have? Pretty good amount. We're gonna go ahead and max it out, though. Yes, we go. King Kong. Aye. Best typer. Euclid, I have a lot of questions, but not enough time. Yeah, we're always going to have more streams, so if you choose to show up, my dude, I'll answer them as best I can. Dragon X, blind ones or librarians? What's scarier or spookier, in opinion? I think the blind ones are scary because of the whole whispering, psychic shit they got going on.
All personnel to evacuate the complex immediately.
But yeah, the blind ones are scarier in the sense that they can actually taunt you and talk to you. And you can, if you pay attention, you can actually make out the words. To me, that's fucking terrifying. To be honest with you, it's terrifying. But the librarians, I think, are tougher. They're definitely, the blind ones are definitely kind of like a spiritual call out to the librarians. Gotta make sure he doesn't flank me. There's another journal, guys. Read it. Stalker's Diary 2. The old reports were correct. It does look like the reactor is still functioning. The place still has power. The reactor always seems to be leaking otherwise. Where could all this radiation be coming from? That power doesn't make our lives easier, though. Had it been regular, it certainly would, but as it is, it just comes on and off randomly and can't be relied on. The guys are already telling scary stories about the souls of the dead messing with the controls. That's fucked up, especially considering how the Metro universe is with the dead. It's a load of crap, of course. The place is just all rusty and rotten, so its machinery has gone awry. One more journal left, guys. Oof. My goodness.
All personnel are to evacuate the complex immediately.
You're very funny, Redbeard. You're so funny. I'll do a rant. Well, I was thinking, like, is a ramble necessary if I'm rambling in the stream and the only people watching the ramble are you guys? What a jerk. Yeah, we'll have to do one. I'll record it tonight. Having to give me shit right like this. Or ask him on Discord, make him answer them in the Q&A. Yep. We're still waiting for the Empire to, but unless CA and Sega will bring back naval battles, I doubt we will. We do need naval battles, that's for sure. Thank you, sir. Oh, did it again, ROTC. I'm used to calling people sir. God, I love this DLC. Also, hey. Hey, Scooter, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man. Hope everything's good in your neck of the woods. We are doing good here. We are getting close to the tail end of the 2 Colonels DLC for Metro Exodus. Welcome. How many stalkers died? Like, wow. A shitload. An absolute shitload. These guys were sent below to secure these maps. Hey, Max, what's up, dude? Nooby noob. Howdy. The Russian is here. Da. There's always a chance that there's more than one Russian here. Wow. I'm just waiting for another one to show up. Doing good, thanks, says Scooter. Just having a lazy weekend. Glad you're all doing well. Yeah, we're good, man. We're just hanging out. We're continuing our stream playthrough of Metro Exodus for the bad ending, but the 2 Colonels and Sam's Story DLC, the 2 DLCs for the game, don't really have a good or bad ending. They just have good or bad, I think, moments. Sam's Story more so at the end, and the 2 Colonels more so with the interactions with a one individual, really. Yep, there's an upgrade in this room. Did not even see him. Yeah, they do that shit where they hop over the entire level and dry hump your face. There's not much you can do against that shit, to be honest with you. But I am playing on the hardest difficulty like an asshole, so that's what I get. It's not too long to get to this part, though.
All personnel are to evacuate the complex immediately. Reserve power failure. This is the main power source.
Wow.
Reserve power engaged.
Looks like they're not actually triggering. Yes, they are. There they go. Yep. He just goes back to his old bye-bye. Oh. Oh my God. I've been curious, Max. I have missed you, especially for that reason, sir. Because there's been a lot of shit that I've wanted to read off. For example, Max, this right here. Do you know what this says?
All personnel are to evacuate the complex.
My goodness. Oh, hospital. Dr. Redbeard medic. Peter says, I just clocked in which part of the DLC is. Most terrifying experience ever. Oh yeah, dude, shit's about to get ridiculous. Gotta love the blind ones. Nathan Nichols, I'm not gonna lie to you. Life can be a bottom sometimes. Oh, I know. Life can really suck. That's what video games are good for. Not only numbing us, but giving us different perspective. Everybody here is here for video games in one way or another. Scooter on a more impressive level than me. I just play games and talk about them. You actually deal with them. Oh yeah. All right, here we go. Got the spare fuel, I think. Hey, sugar. Pretty sure there's one more of them. You really just have to hold your ground or they're gonna flank you. There we go. It says already checked. No maps here. Nice. Good, because that's what these stalkers that were coming down here were looking for. Was maps. I don't know how further back we can go. And forgive me for doing this, guys, but I want Noob to... There's something I wanted him to read off specifically. I don't know if we can get back to that door, though. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's like a, yeah, we can't get back to it. It was written on a door, newbie. You know, you say there was a terrible part with the soldiers in our country. There are such battles every day. Yeah. That's not something that I would know personally, but I will tell you that I do offer you my respect and condolences, but we are going to keep politics out of here. I just do that for everybody involved. Everyone. Doesn't matter where you're from. I want everybody to have a place to kind of just chill. Yeah, we already came across a lot of the stuff, kind of like with, how was work, by the way, sir? That is so cool. What about this? Looks like a K-A-P-T-H-E-T as far as the English alphabet is concerned. Have you ever went out of the USA? Any places you want to visit? Yes, I've never left the USA because I'm lame. But will I be leaving? Oh yeah, there's a lot of places I want to go. It was fine, typical routine. Scooter, pretty awesome that we can get the translations. I've always been curious what the graffiti signs say. Yeah, and here's the thing, Scooter. It's like when you go to the game options, sign subtitles is an option, but it doesn't really work. So you know what that means is that if I want to keep playing games made by Russians and Ukrainians, I need to learn the language and stop being a bitch. It's not easy to learn another language, and here in the US, you're not pressured to learn anything else. Yes, we do appreciate it, Max. Do you know what this one says, Max? K-A-P-T-H-E-T. Yeah, we're missing out on a lot of the atmosphere and dialogue because it'd be fun to learn Russian for the next Metro series, whenever that may be. I agree, dude. Dragon X says, I was gonna say it would be cool to be able to press hold E or something and it translates it. You know, I've tried. You look at a sign long enough, certain signs in the game, it will translate it for you, but it doesn't take any longer than a couple seconds.
All personnel are to evacuate the complex immediately. Reserve
Yeah, we'll just hold our ground, gentlemen. It says no cards, maps, and/or maps. Thank you, newbie. Appreciate it, sir. Except Spanish in high school. We really weren't pressured to learn Spanish, though. It was just an option. That and like half the school had a crush on the Spanish teacher. Just Brevik. It says kaput. No? That equals no. We're gonna fall back. See? It was worth it. Dude! That fucker was determined. What an asshole. Oh my god. P in Cyrillic equals R. Yes, you did teach me that before. This is why when we look at the you see many signs, it looks like it says Metpo. It's just Metro. Which was very bad that they did. Of course. Hacks. I call hacks. Yeah, he was definitely hacking. I'm glad you recognize it. He's cheating again, Mom. Oh, sweetie, you're still a winner. These X's. Oh, yeah. That room right there. We're going to go back to the workbench because we just found the larger tank, which is very useful for the fight up ahead with the blind one. Actually, there is another workbench before we get there, so we don't have to backtrack.
System reboot preparation. 80% complete.
Better to hold this valley. Yeah, hold this little alcove. Hit him with the flame. Here we go. Backup power kicking in and off. It's crazy as shit. Sounds of radiation. No need to change filters. Fun stuff. Yeah, I know. That's the best part about this DLC. I don't mind the filter system. I like it, but it's not as enjoyable on higher difficulties. It really strains the fuck out of you and you can't really explore the level. But it does add a certain level of survival to it that the game originally does not have, or doesn't have as base difficulties, right? So it's definitely worth it to give it a try. It's hard, but worth it. And you do get used to the way Metro plays. I always think of the Metro games, I treat them like you're almost like a mobile turret with different options of weaponry, as opposed to a nimble gunfighter. Yeah, I think this is the door you just can't go in.
System reboot preparation. 40% complete.
Admin, he's doing it sideways. What are those things? They are called Nosalis. The deadly Nosalis. All right, let's put the big tank on. It's literally just a big gas container. We already have 1,000 fuel, which should be good enough. So I say we clean this bitch. We're full. And we got the big container. Naming this container. I've named other things that I love after this, but this container is the Bump-a-Bus. Alright, let's go fight a fucking blind one with a flamethrower. This shit's hard. Over dramatic? It's always over dramatic, dude. Hear that? I didn't know that we could hide back here.
Switching to main power source.
I'll be honest with you. This does not encourage me to want to go down here. Here they come, guys. Now, these guys will eventually overwhelm you. The game scripts it.
System reboot. System reboot complete. Powerful. All personnel to evacuate the complex.
That guy, I couldn't kill him. You see it? Plane went right through him. Ugh, his teeth.
Biological shielding compromised. Reactor containment failure. Switching to reserve power.
Oh, shit. You have to spray. Holy fuck, dude.
All personnel are to evacuate the complex immediately.
And then they run. Oh, fuck me. Keep your distance. Best thing you can do. And he hits you with bodies. Cutscene. Hulk smash. Who needs to reload when you got damn big ass health gas tank? Oh my god, I can't even read. Your mama Jesus. That is a big tank. That's a big tank. Same thing. Big container for the big boy. Hulk smash. What the fuck? How glorious. Oh man. This is where shit starts to really get real. Look up, you see that dead gorilla.
All personnel are to evacuate the complex immediately.
Yeah, we got one journal left, and I think it's up here. This place is just bad news. Look at all those dead Nasalises down there. There it is, the last journal, guys. Oh, the whole picture? I never got this achievement? Find all 9 hidden diary pages in the 2 Colonels chapter. Well, there you go, guys. Double dipping. Hell yeah. Stalker's Diary 3. Good news. We reached the archive. Bad news. The blind giants seem to have made it their lair. Luckily, there was nobody home, so we at least took a look around. The shelves are trashed. The maps are in heaps. It's going to take us at least a few days to make anything out of this mess, and the new tenants could come back at any moment. Something tells me they aren't going to be all too happy to find us cataloging the archives without their permission. To make matters worse, radiation is off the scale in the archive. We spent 5 minutes here, then took a month's share of green stuff each, and I'm still queasy. That's awful. I'll have to ask the Colonel to arrange a bonus for us all. Otherwise, we'll all keep glowing in the dark for months. Holy shit. Of course, we grabbed as many maps as we could carry while we were there. Let the guys at HQ sort them out. That at least would give them something to do. In any case, the mission is complete as it could ever be, and if someone thinks he could do better, he's welcome to try. I, for one, am not setting a foot in that grave ever again if I can help it. Wow. He's about to die. The elevator looks similar to the one I had in my old apartment building. Does it really? Let's take a look, newbie.
Reserve power failure. Switching to main power source.
Give you a good view on the keys and stuff. We'll wipe away the grime from her mask. Said it looks familiar. That's funny. That is funny. All right. Well, we got all the journals, so let's move on. Sadly, the stream is almost over. The fucking blind ones and their whispering. This part's pretty fucked. You find a lot of stalkers basically hid from the blind ones and then died from overexposure from radiation. It's like funny that they're sitting there fighting. Almost a territorial thing. Yeah, the cutscene is sad as fuck, to be honest with you. These guys are scary as shit, though. It's alive. Yeah, they make their own noises and shit, but they speak to you psychically. It's terrifying. This part honestly made me laugh the first time I ever played it because of the way he just fucking plops on the ground. And it's so loud. Monkeys. He just, but I mean, obviously he's exhausted, right? It's not his fault. Oh yeah. Woo. Wow. He's trying to make as little noise as possible. And then it just hits him. Ow. Evil monkeys. Yeah, these apes are fucking... Blind One speaking or Sith holocrons getting in your head? Blind One speaking, hands down.
Wait. Could this be?
Oh god, do you see that corpse? Like a Nosalis corpse. Found the maps of Lake Baikal. Biggest douchebag of all game enemies is the one monkey that is about to ruin the Colonel's day. Yeah, I know, he's a fucking prick. Colonel could have made it, dude. Khlebnikov out here putting stuff back while our team was yeeting stuff everywhere trying to find the maps and whatnot. I know, dude! He's so careless in comparison. Do you see this shit, guys? That's a Nosalis. Its shit is ripped off. That's awful. Gorilla. Oh my god. Oh shit. Fuck me, dude. They're angry. You can tell. Oh god, there's so many Nosalis corpses down here. Here we go. Oh shit. It almost seems like he's taking a nap. You know how many stalkers we have secretly climbed in Chernobyl until March of this year? I don't know the nature of what you're saying, to be honest with you. All I know is Chernobyl is no joke. Needs to be handled with care like it has been. That shit pisses me off so bad. God, that sucks. Yeah, he's not doing good at all. Yeah, I've seen a lot of videos of random people sneaking into the zone. I've heard of that too and seen some stuff. Good thing nuclear power plants today have a pretty solid dome to contain radiation. Yeah, but this is a relic that was not built well and had to be contained. This part's sad as fuck.
I just need
Super
time
Seuss, for
to
example.
rest. I'm just so tired.
He literally collapsed from exhaustion and then died from the radiation poisoning and everything else. Yep. Rest in peace, Colonel Khlebnikov. I really wish he would have made it. I really wish that they pushed through sooner, or he had not gotten hit from the blind one. Yeah, it's like you're still alive for a second while his eyes are getting dark, and then here comes Miller with no gas mask on. Did you see that? The fucking model of Miller just zips into position. I recommend rewinding it at some point when the stream is over. And you can see the model of Miller going, phew. Yeah, this part's sad as fuck. I hate it. Love the story, though.
There you are, brother. You found the maps and took a break, I see. I need a breather, too. Boy, do these hunks of iron chafe. Gotta watch out not to stay for too long, though. Your son sent me here, told where to look. He's tough. I
agree.
Yes, I can see his effort. Children.
It's the back door.
Always about them.
I agree.
I'm here because of my daughter. She's smart, strong, kind, beautiful. I can't even tell you how proud I am of her and how much I love her. I'm trying to be a father, but end up a colonel. It's as if by showing affection, I'd also show my vulnerability. Not just
yeah, I
to
like
her,
how he
to her
confides
husband too.
in
At first,
Colonel
I even thought the
Khlebnikov.
boy was all right. But his obsession with truth started driving me mad. He kept risking his life while he had the love of the best woman in the world. Decent people want normal things.
Yeah,
A
it definitely
dicker
does
loaf,
get
a
under
warm place
your
to
skin
go
in a kind of a
home,
good
and
way.
healthy children.
The emotions.
But he wants truth. Let me glance at those maps. Boy, was I mad at him. But then I took a closer look at the world and re-examined my life up to that point somewhat. Especially when I heard your story. I saw my past self in you, friend. We both served the great lie because we both made ourselves believe it was necessary.
Wow.
And if not for him, I would have ended up like you did. But now, finally, my life has a real purpose for a change. All because I can finally look the truth in the eye. I think you understand. Thank you for the maps. Don't think it was all in vain. You saved us all. And Krill, I'll give him this watch and make sure he gets out of this hellhole. You have my word.
Very good
Well,
saying.
it's time. Farewell, Colonel Khlebnikov. Rest easy.
I know. I had a small part of me, Andres, was hoping that he was alive somehow, and it really wasn't a month difference, but I was basically
Stay with me.
fooling myself.
Hold on, son.
God, that's a good looking scene. Two colonels. Oh, this music, I want you guys to know this before it starts playing. The music in these credits captures what Axel was saying earlier. How it started off with a lot of people and a purpose and everybody's working together. And it really just captures the dark, depressing, heartbreaking truth of the fact that literally everybody in the Novosibirsk Metro died. Yeah, other than Kirill, a child. That's what really kicked me in the balls the hardest, I think, was the fact that this character would have been so useful with the Aurora's crew, could have lived with them. Yeah. Khlebnikov is dead, unfortunately. Oh. But it was a very, very good DLC. But it's fucking sad. Like, they made the story and they had every intention of giving us just a little bit of that classic Metro experience back. And I thought that that was the best part about all of it. But yeah, hopefully, you know, Carol does well with the crew of the Aurora, and it would have been cool if they had, like, collected Khlebnikov's dog tag or something. Something for Carol, but he didn't need that. And they had a little bit of a different military system going on with Oscom. Yeah, no, it was a good time. I'm gonna stay in chat for a few minutes, just about all things Metro and the Two Colonels DLC, and hear about 5 or 10 minutes, depending on what we chat about. Then I'm gonna split, go get something to eat. I'm always hungry after these streams. But listen to that music. Look at that, guys, right there. In early 2014, 4A Games started the extremely challenging task of opening up. They relocated to Malta in the Mediterranean. Thank you to everyone that helped us. So that actually is a good shout out that they did that. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, they relocated from Ukraine, from Kiev, Ukraine to the island of Malta in the Mediterranean, south of Sicily. So, a lot of good stuff. I'm sad too, Max, but I don't know what to say. Damn you, Max, for having a job. Look, Jameson Price is Miller, Jake Green, Oscom Soldier, Kyle Arim is Kirill, Sven Holmberg is Khlebnikov. I'm gonna have to look him up later. Yeah. Main game voice cast, Chris Parson. Good shit. Honestly. Look at that. Mark Evanar, Crest, and Pavel, and the Doctor. So it would have been a perfect fit if Pavel had come with them, but I guess it depends on the canonical way you treated Pavel, if you spared him or not, which I did. Yeah, you forgot to mess with me with food. Now's your chance, really. Hey, Dada, what's up? Somebody was actually asking about the Metro server earlier. I think it was Dragon X. He was asking how you guys were there, and I gave him my honest criticism. No, I told him to check it out. That for a while, the server did really well, but then you guys kind of turned it around and made the server a lot more active. Glad to see you here, though, Dada. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Stream is just now ending. We're just kind of chatting with the credits and enjoying the somber music of the Two Colonels DLC. But I was just talking about how I feel that the music captures how the game starts with a metro full of people working hard to survive, and it ends with almost nobody left other than a child. So I think 4A Games did a fantastic job of having the right music to capture that melancholic feeling. Really. Yep, the Colonel did really good. He did really good. I'm sorry you missed the stream, Max. Yeah, fucking job. Yeah, the server changed a lot, and for the better, though. It's more active. You guys are moderating things more actively. And I wanted to moderate, but I feel like I wouldn't have done a good job. I was actually telling them about that earlier. So I appreciate you doing the Kshatriya roles and everything for us and allowing me to be present, but also because I didn't want to disappoint the moderators. And I got to keep my Spartan role, so that was really cool. Yeah, if you guys show a love of the series and everything and want to join the Discord Metro server, then you can actually find that in many of the links to my video below. In fact, I will, does anybody have a link to the Metro server? Dado, you should plug the Metro server in my stream, if you got a second. I joined and left the Discord because of political talk. My Discord server or the Metro server? Well, they're cracking down on that as much as they can, but you have to understand that this game was made by a team of people that are predominantly, if not a majority of them, are Ukrainian. They do keep neutrality for as far as politics are concerned, but you know what I'm saying. Yep. Oh well, I got a free movie tomorrow. Free movie day for Holzer employees. Nice. That's awesome. Hopefully Holzer's still treating you okay. Here after a while, I have to get cleaned up, eat before doing my own thing. I just saw that. Yeah, the server's doing really good, but yeah, no. If the stream freezes for a second, video-wise, it's just because I'm getting you all a link to the Discord server, the Discord Metro server. I'll plug mine and theirs as well. Let's do it. And this link will not expire at all, so feel free to share with whoever you want to. Here's a link to my server. First link is my server. And official Metro server is the next link, which I am sharing right now. There you go, Metro link. The Metro server has been plugged. It's always a good time there, so I highly recommend you guys check it out. Back to the streaming there. Dominique, hey Euclid, nice to see you. I made it. You did, you made it. The Two Colonels DLC is now finished and over. I actually got an achievement in stream too, so that was a good time. And Max showed up in time to translate a little bit. Darth Redbird said Euclid Tater. There's the link, guys. Worth hack. What are you saying, Dado? Andres, apologies on that if it's the Metro server. We're actually cracking down on it. Yeah, definitely tell Dado or any of the moderators, anybody, literally anybody, they'll crack down on it. It's just hard to do, like I said, when you talk about a game that does come from Eastern Europe and a predominant country like Ukraine. So they're doing their best, but I recommend you not leave. I personally gave a politics channel for those that specifically request it on my server so that they can talk about politics freely. Because I was kind of a tight ass with my rules, because I was like, this is my server and I want no politics or religion here. And then I was like, okay, that's fucked up. So I gave them a politics channel. It's just that politics and such can tear people apart, as we are seeing. And I didn't want that to happen on my server. But the guys at the Metro server, they do their best to keep crack down on that stuff. So just let them know and they'll help you out. Know that they can't be there at every second of every day. That's why they're actively recruiting good moderators and such. Mature individuals and such like that. Darth Redbird says, when we got rid of our boss, it started to get better. Kitchen staff is still treated like crap, like shit, but it's still getting better. Now we just need paid more. Not even making $12 considering all the stuff we do. Have to know. Fuck that, dude. You should be applying other places. You definitely are worth more than that. Damn 200 character limit. Next week, I'll make sure to be 100% present. Well, yeah, that's what I was going to say. I was talking to Andres earlier about doing the stream potentially a couple hours earlier. So instead of 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, my time, we can do it at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So a couple hours earlier by that definition. And I'll announce that later. We also need to decide when we're going to do the Alien Isolation continue stream. Maybe we'll do it again Tuesday or something. It just depends. So I think my link was removed when I linked the Metro Discord. Really? Maybe it's not letting... That's so weird. Maybe a moderator has to do it. You want to be a moderator, Dado? I'm kidding. I got 3 pretty good mods for the YouTube channel. But, yep. Yeah, dude, advertise that shit. I'm all about spreading the word for the Metro server. I do that. I try to plug it as much as I can. Yeah, I don't know why. You're the best, Euclid. I'm just trying to be the best me. Yep. Dado says, but if anyone wants to join us, feel free to. Always like seeing new faces. We have managing mods, and I'm one of them, and an active mod team. So always nice seeing fresh faces, especially from Euclid's channel. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I appreciate all the support you guys have given me. So, you know, Appreciate you helping me out with getting that role so that I didn't fail as a moderator. Only stay because of health benefits. Yeah, the health benefits are bound to be good at a hospital, but what else are you supposed to do? So does anybody have any closing words they want to say on the Two Colonels DLC? What you did like, what you didn't like, that kind of stuff. Nathan says I'll be joining. Dude, I'm glad. I'll look forward to hear from you. I really wish I already had my PC upgraded the way I wanted it to be so that I could actually play the enhanced edition of the game and show it off. But regardless. But yeah, what did everybody think about the Two Colonels DLC? Whether you played it or not, what are your opinions? I really like that it showed Colonel Khlebnikov and the soldiers of Oscom's daily lives and how a lot of them are actually every day expected to, I mean, you're never bored. There's no excuse for being bored in a Metro, within the Metro universe, right? So, pretty good turnout today though, guys. I appreciate everybody showing up. Max, sorry about work cutting into the time, but, and Max, you need to let me know whether or not, like, those times are good for you as well. Gotta put, you didn't fail, you were just busy. Yeah, but I say the word busy too much. I've had good friends of mine tell me that. It's just my family, I have kids and stuff, but you know, you gotta cut time out for that like I do now. I honestly would have liked the Two Colonels to be a bit more lengthy, perhaps playing as Miller. Dude, that's what we were talking about earlier. You missed that. So when it would go to the transitions of Miller, I got excited because I thought I was going to get to play as Miller in the parts that we didn't see where he was. When we were playing as Artie and Miller was somewhere else. And I would have really loved to have played as him in those, you know, missing segments. Seems like he crossed roads with you in some parts too, though, which was really interesting. Oh, sad story. Wish it could have gone different. Very close to what life is starting to turn into, though. Yeah, in a way. Other than that, they nailed the execution. I agree. I would have liked more tasks. Like, on one part, you're cleaning up the slime, but on another part, you're actually handling outside threats on the surface. That would have been cool. As Savoya would say good... As Savoya would say, bye people, I think is what you're saying. Max says, I'm usually at work till around 2300, 11 p.m. I know military time. Moscow time. Okay, I'll try to keep that into account and recollection. Nathan says, Euclid. Yes, what's up? Dado says, I always thought every cutscene that showed Miller I'd play as him, but nope, hit the feels. Yeah, dude, it was real kick in the bunker buster to not play as him. I was like, oh, I actually get to play as Miller himself? This is fucking cool. And we'll get to hear, like, the dialogue, but it'll sound as if it's coming from your... like, because of the surround sound. I think it would really, it would hit in a good way, but I get it. They were showing the transition because we were already in that time frame from a month later. Anyways, all of you are welcome to join Euclid's server. Always nice to see new faces. Thank you, Max. Appreciate the plug there. Yep, Max is one of our top moderators. Chill dude, and our most well-established Eastern European historian. You ever want to learn about history and not just Russian history, then Max is your guy. Nathan says, you're one hell of a dad. Don't forget it, big brother. Don't forget. When is your next stream? So, I'm thinking about another Tuesday stream for Alien Isolation. I will put a vote on Discord and the YouTube stream for everybody to kind of give their opinion when you want to do the next Alien Isolation stream. But as far as the next Metro Exodus stream, we're going to be starting Sam's story. It will be next week on Saturday at 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I'll make sure to post the majority of those times that I usually post so that people have a general idea. You can just compare Eastern Standard Time to your own and convert it. The time should add up. Also, you're nailing the pronunciation of my name. You're on my good friends list now. Oh, well, I'm glad. I didn't know if I was screwing it up or not, Dada. But, Lord. I was like, I don't want to fuck it up. Anyways, what's it joining? We'll try our best to avoid talking about politics, but we have a special channel for it. Yeah, I did that for a lot of my Eastern European followers and friends. Because, you know, if they actively go to that politics channel to talk about it, then they know what they're in for, right? It's a choice. It's in the rules, too, so it's listed there. Just pay homage to the Sith Lord. Just join your Discord. Welcome to the Discord, Dominique. I'll try to promote those better in the stream's description. If you can't resist it. Yeah. Is there cookies in Euclid's Discord? No, but there can be. We're gonna upload. We're gonna have to upload an emoji for a cookie. We'll call it Dato's cookie. Dato's cookie. Just say it always. Andre says, I do appreciate you have a regular schedule for streams. Difficult to pop online when streamers randomly decide. Yeah, right. Like, my life can be busy, but that's something that I just worked out with my girlfriend. So, that we just kind of agreed that was a good time for it. Turn the volume down. Good Lord. My Discord, I posted it up ahead. Thank you, Max, for posting it. Okay, I went to sleep. Thanks for a good stream. Bye. Bye, man. Thanks for stopping by the stream. I appreciate it, dude. Yeah, and Noob, he goes by Noob in our Discord server, but Max just posted the link. Thank you. I don't think you should feel pressured to create a politics channel. I'm not pressured to. It was actually a personal choice. You have to understand that some of my moderators and such are Russian, and there's a good potential that some of the people in the server could be Ukrainian, but maybe they want to discuss things civilly. So it's an option that they go into there for, but it's not a pressure thing. I try to be inclusive, is why I do that. But it also keeps it away from the rest of the servers, specifically for like games and general discussions. That's the good thing about that. Data says, deal. What is your Discord? Max just posted it. Max posted the Discord link just a couple comments above. Yeah, Dominique, that's why. I just did it to be inclusive. It would be a little fucked up if some of your biggest supporters couldn't talk about stuff that they are personally dealing with, so yeah, but it works out. You should definitely try the enhanced edition when you can. When you see regular Metro, you think you can't get more gorgeous, but hot damn, yes it can. Dang phone. My phone autocorrects the shit out of me. I can't stand it. It's because of my West Virginia accent. It's originally where I'm from. But yeah, guys, I think that's where we're gonna call it there. Unless anybody has anything else they want to say, I'm gonna pop out of here, go eat, and just hang out with my family, really. I don't know, maybe play some more games. It just depends. But yeah, we're gonna expect to stream Saturday it's gonna be next Saturday at noon. So 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Phone typing is the worst. I use speech recognition, but then it literally creates words that shouldn't exist. So, yep, it was good to see you again, Dominique. I'm glad you made it in time to say hi. Thanks for stopping by. Nathan, thank you. Dado, thank you for stopping by, dude. It's really cool to see your name here. So, I'll have to stop in and say hi in the Discord server later. Yep, by all means, man. If you want to join, you have the time, feel free. We always have a blast here. Eat some Russian rye bread with kvass. I would if I could. One day, hopefully me and Noob will meet up and I'll treat him to shots and he'll treat me to some good authentic Russian food. So, all right, guys. When I say crystal, it goes crystal. Yeah, it doesn't make up for it. I'm gonna pop out, guys. I will leave the stream on for a second so you can say your goodbyes or your chats or whatever. Here in a couple minutes, I'll end the stream. So, without further ado, thank you all for stopping by. That was the Two Colonels DLC. You got any last thoughts or anything you want to post in the comment section, by all means do so. And remember that Max shared our Discord link, so if you're not a part of my Discord server, join us. So, there's always good chat and conversation there by some good and informative and wholesome people. On that note, bye guys. Have a good night, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.